Welcome to the Empty Netters podcast. Can you believe what this has become?
There was a full 48 hours where I felt like I was like literally Superman.
Jumbo loves playing Fortnite, so he gets on the sticks.
Did TR show you the sauna cycle, or was that all
No, I invented that.
Almost a year now that I haven't taken a body check. That's kind of nice.
Finished tonight with some chicken fingers and a few Guinnesses, ran into you guys, and that's where this pod came to life.
Ice is ready, and we are back with another episode of the Empty Netters podcast, brought to you by BetMGM. I'm your host, Dan Powers, producer Redmond, still on the sticks. What a pleasure it is. And this man over here, he might be the smartest guy in the room, but he can't spell for shit. Chris Powers. Spell that. Spell cantankerous.
Got it from Dad. Terrible speller.
Is Dad a bad speller?
Awful.
I didn't know that.
Awful.
You know, I think I'm a very good speller.
Yeah.
But I have a brutal memory of being in 5th grade.
Oh, no.
And doing not a spelling bee, but we went around my homeroom. Remember, I think you had like homeroom in 5th grade. And we went, and I was a very good speller. And everyone was like, oh yeah, Dan's a great speller. He's probably going to win this. Literally, Chris, my teacher, Mr. Vincent, went around the room and he was like, Chris, gave a word. And if you got it wrong, you sat down.
Yeah.
First word, it came to me and he was like, awful. And I just completely panicked.
Yeah.
Like it literally got to me and I didn't know what to do. He said awful and I just sat there and I froze and I didn't say anything. And he's like, gotta spell it. And I was just like,
you don't just listen to it, actually.
And he was like, gotta give me something. And I was like, O-F. And he was like, sit down. And I was like, it's the most embarrassed I've ever been in my life.
Dude, I actually had a funny first grade one of those. Maybe it was the same game, but we called it Around the World because the class sat in a circle in the desks, and you would just go to the next desk and you'd get a word. And if you spelled it right, you went to the next desk. But if you spelled it wrong, you sat down and they went.
Yes.
And no one had ever made it around the world. And I did. And the last word I got was a boot. And I got it right. And I was like, wait, am I goated at spelling?
Yeah.
And that was the last time I spelled a word right in my entire life.
In your whole life?
Yeah.
After that, it completely went downhill. Yeah. Speaking of going downhill, we've got some shit to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Tons of news going on, including some potentially breaking news. Hasn't officially broken, but we think it's going to any moment. Last episode, I said I wonder if we have to be worried about Adin Hill. You said feels like Carter Hart might be in Vegas imminently. Looks like Carter Hart is about to sign with Vegas.
I think it was you even. Yeah, I was going to say Red was like, I'm hearing Carter Hart to Vegas.
There you go, Red.
Like,
Insider.
That was really good. Shout out Merles. He really seems to be the one driving the narrative on the scoop that it's going to – I actually thought we would wake up today because we're West Coast and it would be done. We have to record early today, so maybe it'll happen while we're going. But everything online is like Carter Hart signing in Vegas today. The timing actually, despite even the Adin Hill play, could be perfect because Adin Hill left the game last night. He took one off the mask and then he actually saved another puck without the mask on, which was kind of gas. But then he flopped really awkwardly. And they're saying lower body. I don't know if it was actually head, kind of like what happened to Stoli in the playoffs. But he's hurt, so it could be even more fortuitous.
Is their backup still Samsonov?
No, dude. Ahsoka Tano, Akira Schmid.
Oh.
Yep, and he
Jedi Master.
Yep, and he's playing pretty good. Played pretty good. They came back. They were down 2-0. They came back and won. Here's the question: people are kind of mad online, which I guess was always going to happen.
You know, absolutely. That was always going to happen. People are always going to get butthurt about something. And this one, I don't even want to get into if you should be mad, shouldn't be mad.
Yeah.
What I will say, when these boys were reinstated, if you will, able to sign NHL contracts, there was a lot of rumblings. Edmonton had a ton of rumblings with Carter Hart specifically. And we then saw some reports that these guys were like, no one is signing with a Canadian team. It's just not worth the noise. And we haven't seen the official announcement yet, but already it feels like that was a good decision because even just us, tweeting like, hey, Merles kind of broke this. We, retweeted Merles and we were like, looks like this is happening. The response has been way tamer than if it was Edmonton, for example. So good on them, I suppose.
It's tough that there's some of the people that I was seeing are pissed that they're like, oh, this sucks for Ahsoka because he's losing his job to blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. If you are a backup, think about it this way. If you are a backup goalie in the league, your job is always in question, right? Like that is the nature of your position. You could lose your job at any moment. You're a backup goalie. So this is kind of the way the cookie crumbles, as Bruce Almighty would say. Aiden Hill this year so far, 854, 324 save goals against, 854 save percentage. Obviously not up to his standards, but also not anywhere near acceptable at I'm not even talking win a cup level. I'm talking be an NHL goalie level.
Yeah.
Cannot have that. Carter Hart last played start of 2023-24 season, played 26 games, 906 save percentage, 280 goals against, which is right on his career averages too. So it's not like he was playing extra well, but you do remember how good the Flyers were. Remember everybody was like, whoa, Philly, what are you doing?
You know what is interesting? There's a couple of things here. First, to your point about Schmid, I give that narrative a little more leeway because he's 25, and when he had his shot with the Devils, it was like, oh, maybe this kid's sick.
Yeah.
So he's not like a Eunice Corpusalo, for example. No offense, Corpy.
Yeah.
But like there are guys who are in their 30s who are like, I am a backup.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to get tossed around, and if I get a good run, great.
Yeah.
But like Schmid is probably like, I would like to be a starting
goalie.
goaltender.
Yeah.
So I actually do think this sucks for him. If like all of a sudden he's not going to be getting the looks. And who knows? If Hill is out for a little bit, there's a chance that they're like, Schmid is the guy and Hart is the backup. And I would imagine that's certainly how they're going to start. This guy hasn't fucking played hockey in for a long, long time.
Which is hard for anybody, as we saw with Landy, as we're seeing with Taze. But I also think goalie. Like we talk about, Swayman talks about missing preseason, how hard it is, right? And let alone missing well over a year of hockey.
Yeah.
So he'll definitely need to ease into it.
For sure. My next point was going to be, I feel like people remember Carter Hart as if he had a 9.54 save percentage.
yeah.
Everyone is like, Carter, dude, the Flyers were going to win the fucking Stanley Cup, no question. I'm like,
just so highly touted coming into the league.
It was 'cause he was
everybody
young.
was just like, like when is he gonna be the guy?
Yep.
When's he gonna be the guy? And then this happened.
yes. Like I think it was like he was 21.
Yeah.
And people were like, holy shit, dude,
Yeah.
the Flyers starter is 21.
Yeah. Next
and
price, next flurry.
That was it. Everyone was like, he's so young, he's playing so well. And you look at the numbers and it's like, he was playing pretty good.
Yeah.
Like it's so funny how people kept saying, I mean, it was everywhere with Edmonton. If Carter Hart goes to Edmonton, they win the cup like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Stu Skinner has better career numbers than Carter Hart. So
yeah, and God, Carter were those Flyers teams any good ever during his tenure?
I think that they made it
and
to
I'm
this,
wondering playoffs.
I think that was part of the excuse for Carter Hart
he's young.
too. He's young. The team's not good. So we're going to cut him all the slack in the world that he will eventually be this unreal starting goalie.
Yeah, dude, this is exactly what it is. I forgot about this. 2019-2020, his second season, his 21-year-old season, it's the only time they made playoffs his entire career. They played 14 games. He went 9-5 with a 9.26 and a 2.23, which is well better than his career numbers.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
So he had that awesome playoff as a 21-year-old, and everyone went goated.
The guy.
We're done here. And then he was pretty good. Like, dude, after that season, though, here's his regular seasons. 8.77, 3.67. Yikes. 9.05, 3.16. 9.07, 2.94. 9.06, 2.80. So he was kind of like rounding into, like he had that great 21-year-old year. Great year. Then bad, and then kind of creeping back towards it. I do think this one's hard for me. Here's what I think is interesting. You're so right about the narrative on both sides. Because I think if I am a team like Edmonton, I've probably talked myself into this would have been awesome. And you go, God damn it, dude. It happens to Vegas, a direct competitor in our division. Like, this sucks. That would have made all the difference. We clearly have a problem. A team like the Canes, I go, fuck. Why didn't we do something like that? Because for the most part, game-changing, season-altering goalies don't, and I'm not even saying he is that, but that's the perspective.
Yeah.
don't just appear. Like I saw fans, like Vegas people mad in the comments, being like, we signed this guy after all that stuff. We couldn't have hit the waiver wire. And I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot there's actually cup-winning goalies on the waiver wire.
Yeah.
Fuck, I forgot to check the waiver wire. Oh my God.
Dude, our boy Parrish is the e-bug for the Kings.
Yeah.
Pick him up. Like, it's people. I always love that too with teams who are like struggling on D.
Yeah.
They're like, we got to hit the waiver wire and pick. I'm like,
Who do you think is
football?
Who
do you
That's what
think
I'm
is
saying.
available?
I literally think they're playing like NHL fucking GM mode. And shit.
Actually,
Yeah.
it's like, who do you think is available, dude?
So on the one hand, if I am a team like Edmonton, but maybe they were never doing it because of Canada. Not maybe, they weren't never doing it because of Canada. But if I'm a team like the Canes, I go, fuck, should we? I'm having self-doubt right now because I'm wondering deep down if we should have reacted. And God forbid, if you're them, Carter Hart is nasty this year because he's got something to prove. He's pissed off. He's fresh as lettuce. And then Vegas waltzes to the cup on the back of his Conn Smythe performance, and the Canes blow their brains out because they're like, why didn't we just get him? He's just sitting there, right? That's the one way this goes. But the other way is Carter Hart isn't that good. And I don't know, goalie's weird position. I just think you fuck up Adin Hill with this move. Look, I think you're like, yo, dude, we're bringing in Carter Hart. He's splitting time with you. I think that is not the best strategy. And I know you were kind of like, maybe they needed a change. But this was dicier than people think, in my opinion.
I wonder if this is the best team that could have signed him.
Yeah, it probably is.
And, it's like I said earlier, I don't want to get into this podcast, this show, and you and I are not the people that are going to have the discussion of whether or not it's okay for Carter Hart or any of these guys to be back in the NHL. That is above my pay grade. The fact of the matter is he is getting signed. So we're going to talk about him on this team. And I do think that Vegas is probably the best team that could have signed him. As far as where's it going to make the least amount of noise? Where is there a decent opportunity around a good team? It's like, truly, man, if Carter Hart comes in and starts playing pretty well for this Vegas team, you'll hear it from a couple of pissed off Pacific Division fans of being like, fucking Vegas, classic Vegas. But other than that, I think it will be very muted, honestly.
Yeah, once we're cooking with gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, this Vegas is a machine, dude. Vegas is a well-oiled machine. It's interesting how much success Vegas has had immediately and the way they've managed their roster with how much, I guess I'll use the word turmoil, has happened in the goalie position pretty much their entire time.
Yeah, I'll call it turnover. Turnover, I think, is the better word.
It's nuts. Like
Spell turmoil.
No.
No, you're totally right, man. I mean, even when they won the cup, it was like they had 4 different goalies.
Yeah.
Legitimately.
4
Like it was like
goalies.
LT, LB, Hill, and Quick, I think, were all like playing.
Yep.
And it's insane.
And Flower kind of like
and Leonard,
and Leonard,
all
like these guys
have been in
like
the mix
lost
for
their
forever.
jobs who were all like, I'm very good and I should be playing. Like everyone wanted to play LT. Obviously, it was like, what is going on here? It's just crazy that this is just another feather in the cap of that saga. Where like Adin Hill's like, finally, it is my net. There's no questions asked.
But maybe Aiden thrives with
yeah,
the
dude. Maybe
competition.
this is just what he needed, Red. Maybe this is just what he needed. He's Seabiscuit. Adin Hill is Seabiscuit, and he's like, okay, dude, Carter Hart's here. Now you're gonna get the best version of Adin Hill.
Yeah, I mean, I hope he's not hurt more than anything. I because we love Aiden. But I'll tell you what, this is interesting. This is going to be very interesting to watch. From every aspect, the reception, the way the boys handle it, the way the media handles it, the way the fans handle it, and then the way he plays. Well, I mean, do you know last time he played was 23-24? Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, damn, this is going to be wild to see.
He's gonna need to see some pucks, dude. He's gonna need to see some pucks, see some rubber before he's ready to go. Before he goes
True.
double slot line, Kreider, bang. How are you?
Did they do a conditioning stint, AHL for Carter Hart type thing? Like, is that allowed?
I guess it would depend what contract
I'm sure
he
it's
signs,
I'm
but
sure it's allowed.
Yeah.
And yeah, good point. I wonder if they do that. I would probably do that.
I would strongly suggest
Yeah,
it.
I highly recommend you should do that. So yeah, we'll see how this shakes out. But I imagine by the end of the week, we're going to see an announcement, and this is
Oh
going
my
to be
God. I bet it
flying.
happens today. I bet it happens today.
Getting into some injury news, Brady Tkachuk. Fuck.
Oh, man.
Hurt.
It was a weird play. He kind of took a push from behind by Roman Josi. He went into the boards awkwardly, but then seemed to be okay. Came back in the game, but then was, all over the flexing his hand. It did look like he was going to still throw, though. Like he was going to the Preds bench, trying to be like, I'll go, dude. And I was like, you literally have a broken hand already. Like you didn't break your hand in a fight. Your hand is already broken. Please don't fight. Brady, unlike his brother, has actually been a savage with playing full seasons. Like he eats games. He plays so hard, doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The first crack at all we saw was right after Four Nations last year, after he had battering rammed himself into the end boards.
Actually, the man was a kamikaze pilot, all Four Nations.
Poor Dewey, dude. Dewey's taking the blood.
It's like, what the hell are you doing?
Every time, dude. But yeah, so we saw him miss a few there, but really only a few.
Yeah.
I remember saying after Four Nations, I was like, he just cost the Senators the playoffs because he's going to miss the rest of the fucking season just to get silver at Four Nations. But then he only missed a few, came back and finished really strong and was great in playoffs. This, they're saying 4 weeks minimum.
Yeah.
Surgery might be on the table.
Yeah.
I think if it's just a broken bone, he probably can get back in about 4-ish. But if they need surgery, it's going to be longer. This blows for a lot of reasons. First and foremost being Ottawa is good and he is the man. And I still think the Atlantic is really crowded and like you don't want to go on a month-long skid without Brady and then be like, fuck, dude, now we're really grinding for those playoff spots.
Gun to your head. You're Brady Tkachuk. I'm a doctor, team doctor. I come up to you right now. I go, hey, if you get surgery right now, you are guaranteed to be full health for the Olympics. You maybe don't need surgery and you could come back sooner to play for the Sens. Make your decision.
Can you tell me my injury?
No. Something broken in your, I don't know.
I think if it's just a broken bone, then I go, I'm fine.
But if you go, you're fine, then you might miss Olympics.
Oh, then 100% I take the Olympics.
So you are choosing the Olympic team over the Senators.
Mm-hmm.
But you parlay that into playoffs, the Sens.
That's how you justify it.
That's how you justify
If you're Brady.
Yeah. But then the doc goes, but Brady, they're not going to make playoffs. You're going to finish 5th in the wild card, and it's going to be a coin flip.
And the doc goes like this, you don't know that.
Yeah.
Or Brady goes like that.
Yeah, Brady says that. And then the doc goes, I do know that. I'm from the future. And I go, do we win gold?
Hold on. Who's Brady in this scenario?
You.
Okay.
You're
from the
say,
future.
if you
Let's do it. How do I know you're from the future?
Because
Great Scott.
Yeah, because I know things about you that I couldn't possibly know. I've just met you, Brady. I got hired yesterday.
Name one thing.
Remember that time that
You're talking about the past now.
Yeah, because I'm so far from the future. I went back to the past to learn everything about you.
Okay. So you've Doc Browned yourself.
I've Doc Browned myself.
Okay. Tell me something from my past.
You and Matthew, remember that time you guys were fighting and you were playing mini stick downstairs and the stick broke and he swung at you and he sliced you just under your left buttocks and you have a little scar there?
Oh my God. Did we win gold?
No.
Well, what's the point of any of this?
You don't win gold or a cup ever. You should retire now for the sake of your health.
No! Well, that's tough. Listen, I bring it up as to say, if I'm Brady, I'm like, give me the surgery immediately because I want to play in Olympics.
Agree. And I was saying, dude, I forgot. And I guess we experienced this with Four Nations, so I shouldn't say I forgot, but I'll say it again. I forgot what it's like to be an Olympic year and how scary injury updates are. Like you hear someone got a knock, and normally you're like, oh, that sucks, but whatever. It's the middle of the season, and now I'm like,
it's
fuck.
a disaster.
Yeah, like
it's an absolute disaster.
Yep.
We've got more coming in this hot ice, but I wonder if the Tkachuk brothers need to calm down a little bit.
Brady's been so good in terms of playing, in terms of availability.
He
really
hasn't
missed any game.
He has been, but he got a little hurt last year. Now he's hurt this year. Matthew's hurt.
Matthew needs to calm down. Brady, this was a freak accident. And he just,
you two are too good and too important to both of your teams and your country to be getting hurt
Yeah.
this much. I need them both to settle down.
Yep.
We need you.
We need everybody needs you. The Sens need you. We need you.
Everyone in your life needs you.
Yeah, we love you. We support you. You have support. You have friends. You have people that care about you.
Yeah, it's just we need them to not be getting hurt so much and to be available for their teams.
I'm feeling like, actually, I guess I'm not really basing this on anything, but I'm feeling like I'm getting the vibes that it's just a broken bone, and they're gonna go, dude, you're fine.
Yeah,
You just broke something. It's gonna heal right up in 4 weeks, and you're good.
I mean, let's hope that's the case.
Yep, maybe 6. But man, I will say, dude, I'll say again, this is no joke for Ottawa. Like I know we're so high on them. They look great. They've got a ton of great players there, not just Brady Tkachuk.
Yep.
Don't get me wrong.
True.
But he's a driver on that team in a big way. And if you're Ottawa, I mean, let's say it again, Red. Maybe this is just what they needed. Maybe this is just what they needed to come together, step up a little bit, grind some points while Brady heals. Then they return to him and they go, our gift to you, Brady, is that we are still the 3 seed.
Mm-hmm.
I will say
Wow.
through 3 games, Brady has 0 goals, 3 assists, is a +1.
Yep.
So it's not like he was absolutely firing.
Mm-hmm.
So they're doing well, and clearly other people are. We said Shane Pinto's is on a nice heater. So at least it's not like he's having the highest production output of his career and it goes down.
Yep.
But either way, this sucks. You would like to see it stop. Or you'd like to see him come back immediately.
ASAP.
Going on to another injury, which will lead to a team.
Yeah.
Vincent Trocheck placed on LTIR with an upper body injury. One of the leaders of this New York Rangers team, one of the most valuable players of this New York Rangers team. Brutal news. Goes on LTIR.
Could have been captain. Huge player on this team.
And the New York Rangers have become the first team in NHL history to get shut out in their first 3 home games of the season.
Haven't scored.
Yikes.
They can't score.
They literally cannot score goals.
No nonsense, though.
No BS.
No BS, dude. No BS. No BS.
What did you think that stood for? No something scoring. No basic scoring.
Yeah. No basic scoring.
No Broadway. No Broadway scoring.
No Broadway scoring.
No BS. No Broadway scoring. They gotta burn the shirts.
Oh, you got to burn the shirts. No Broadway scoring is what those shirts stood for. I love it when... I love this from so many angles. I tweeted yesterday, Bolts are on fraud watch. I think they're like 1, 2, and 1. And so many pissed off Tampa fans came in the comments and they were like, love when fucking morons do this after 4 games. And I'm like, fraud watch is a joke.
It's a watch. I'm watching, dude.
Watch.
You're on
also,
a watch list.
We are a joke. Everything
on a
here is a
watch
joke.
list.
But also, no one reacts that way if you're not actually feeling a little sweaty.
Yeah.
And I love when JT Miller in the locker room here is like, I mean, first of all, I think everyone just needs to calm down. I mean, it's 4 games, it's however many games, and like everyone just needs to like relax with this.
We're actually playing incredible. We hit the crossbar 3 times.
Yeah.
Some of the best hockey we've
It's
ever
like
played.
bad bounces, this and that. And listen, look at Edmonton last couple of, like start slow and then they go to the cup. So like, yes, absolutely this can happen, but I'm like, it's also not nothing, dude. This is the first time in NHL history this has happened. So it's not nothing. So don't tell these reporters that they need to settle down because nothing is going on here. Because something is going on.
Dude.
You might be fine, but let's stop pretending like nothing is happening.
I get so torn on that stuff because I do think gripping the stick too tight is a thing, right?
Yeah.
If you start going, we got to fucking score, then that you're actually hurting yourself. And certainly everyone in that room should be being calm because you have great players on that team and they are going to score. You pumped 6 past Pitt in 1 game on the road. But I kind of prefer this is completely personal preference and personality, but I think I kind of prefer my athletes to be pissed in this situation. You know, I wish that interview goes, it's a fucking joke. I literally cannot believe we haven't scored a goal. Our fans that love us, we have the best fans in all of hockey, and they show up every night at the best rink in the world, at the best arena in the world, and they expect to see us put on an entertaining show.
Yeah.
And we haven't scored for 3 straight games. We haven't scored at home to start the season, and it's fucking unacceptable. That's what I want. And again, personal preference. Maybe some people are like, no, I want my captain to go, no BS. No BS. Everything's fine. But I think I want, are you fucking kidding me? That's how I feel.
There's no BS.
No, there's not.
You'd prefer him to pull a Cam Ward with the Titans when he is getting interviewed and he goes, let's be honest, we ass right now.
Yeah, I want him to go, we ass.
I want him to say we ass.
We haven't scored at home.
It's
Paying top dollar
I would respect you more.
to come to MSG.
Don't
They
ignore
can't see it. They can't see a goal get scored.
Don't ignore it. I would respect you more if you went, we ass.
Dude, it's, sometimes we were obviously big soccer fans. Sometimes I will wake up early to watch a Chelsea game, and it's just, God forbid Chelsea loses, or it's like a 0-0 draw, and I'm just like, I'm so mad that I even watched it, because I'm just like,
Especially if you get up early.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, what is this, dude? You don't
No, but I'm
score.
saying if you get up early.
Spell early, dude. And if you show up to a hockey, if you fucking subway your ass to MSG,
Can you imagine?
and the Rangers don't score,
Yeah.
you're like, what am I paying? You should get your money back. You should get your money back if the home team doesn't score.
You commute across town. You go into that dump piece of shit arena.
No.
Good food. And then they just don't score for the third game in a row.
I actually think that's fair. Not if the home team loses. If the home team gets dummied 7-1, you fucking suck it. You paid for that ticket.
Yeah.
But if the home team doesn't score, I think you should get your money back. Is that fair?
Anytime?
Yeah. If
No.
the home team does, how many times do you think you get shut out at home?
It should be like one of those things where you get like a slice of pizza or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Oh, I like that. That's pretty cool.
A New York slice?
You know how they always do those promos? Like they're like, if Ducks players score, I say this because we went to the Ducks game last night, but they're like, if a Ducks player scores in the between minute 5 and 15, everyone gets a bucket of chicken.
It's the McFlurry minute.
Yeah, the McFlurry minute.
In reverse.
They go reverse. If the team gets shut out, you get a slice of Sbarro's pizza on the way out.
It's like a
No.
Jackie Moon situation
Yeah.
too. Where you're just trying to stop from.
Yeah. No. I think we need to institute something like this across every franchise. If you get shut out at home, every fan gets something. Because, dude, that sucks. When you've obviously lost, and then you're walking back, and you're like, I didn't even fucking score. I didn't even get to get out of my seat and cheer once all game.
It really, really blows for the fans. You don't think about this. The fans that travel.
Dude, we talked about when schedule release. They go, God.
Exactly.
I guess that's the road team, though.
But
that's like,
the amount that I've talked shit about, I've been like, well, who cares about that? But it's like, dude, there are people who live out of state now. They love the Rangers so much. They travel. Maybe they're there for work, and they're like, I get one game
catch a
a
Rangers
season.
game while I'm there.
And you get blanked.
Should get a piece, get a slice, get a New York slice.
I really love the idea of it's been what, 1 week? Yeah. It's Wednesday. It's been 1 week. So they've played 3 times at home. Imagine someone who's a huge Rangers fan who is from out of town and they happen to be in New York for a week for work and they're like, I'm going to catch 3 Rangers games. And they get blanked all 3.
Dude.
That guy exists. That happened to someone.
It's happened to someone. And he's also
That's brutal.
He's also that guy, he's 16. So he's not there for work because he is only 16, but he went away to school. He went away to prep school. So he's not in the city anymore, and he's back for something, I don't know what, and caught all 3 games. And he's also a huge Yankees fan, and he's lived 16 years without them winning a championship, one of their longest droughts in history. And he goes, I fucking hate sports. I hate New York sports so much. He's also a Jets fan. He's a Jets fan, a Yankees fan, a 16-year-old Yankees fan, a Rags fan, and what sport am I missing? Oh, the Knicks.
Yeah, he's a Knicks fan.
Knicks
Yeah,
fan.
this went bad for
And
him.
I'm like, dude, this is terrible. You have a bad life.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for you. I'm not sorry, actually, but you have a bad life.
I mean, that's tough.
Do you think there's a curse? Do you think a curse has been placed on the Rangers, a la Babe Ruth, when in reverse, because it went away from Boston to the Yankees? Do you think there's a curse because you traded away the guy with the most goals in Rangers history? Most goals in MSG ever?
Well, he doesn't have the most in Rangers history.
Most playoff goals in Rangers history.
Uh,
And then you go, now he's on the Ducks.
I
And then
love to think.
now there's no goals.
I love to think that that's the case because I love Kreids. I don't think.
I think they need to emergency retire his jersey to lift the curse off of MSG.
Listen,
If they retire Kreider's jersey tomorrow night, they will start scoring at home. But until then, I'm not sure that they will.
I
score.
have made the mistake of speaking ill of the New York Rangers on this podcast in the past.
Yes, you have.
I think this is we joked about the no BS shirts. Like, I think there's a lot of BS in this organization. I think there's a lot of BS that goes well beyond the ice about what's going on the ice. I think this is a rotten to its core organization right now. And I think it's hilarious that they made no bullshit shirts as their slogan this year when that's going, and all of them know. Every single player on that team knows what's going on.
He knows there is BS.
And I'm like, it just feels crazy that they did that because I'm like, guys, what is happening? And there's nothing to say that this team won't turn it around. They've got great players on that roster. But I don't know, man. I just think it is fucking hilarious, the shit that you hear about this team and the way it's run and all the nonsense going on, and they wear no BS shirts, and then they can't score, and they come out this season and get goosed in their first 3 home games. It's
Dude, and now they're going on the road. Okay, so they can't fix this just yet. They go on the road to Toronto and Montreal, come back home, Wild, tough game. You should always score, but tough game.
Yeah.
And then 23rd, God forbid they haven't scored against the Wild, but then they have 23rd home against the Sharks. And that better be point night.
If you get shut out by the Sharkies with how things have gone for the Sharkies,
will you accept that if they don't score against the Wild or the Sharks, that there is a Kreider curse?
100%.
Chris Kreider has placed a curse on this organization.
100%.
And he didn't do it, by the way. He didn't do it. Them trading him, the same way the Red Sox trading Babe Ruth, them trading him cursed themselves.
100%.
And until they emergency retire his jersey, they will never score.
If you get goosed by the Wild and then the Sharks, something has to happen.
Yes, correct. Dude.
You need to trade the entire team or sell the team.
Dude, Shesty.
Can you imagine?
Shesty is like, dude, can I?
If Igor Shesterkin,
can I give you this, dude? Shesty, I don't know if he's played every game.
Oh, his numbers are preposterous.
But they lost to the Penguins 3-0. 2 were empty netters. They shut out the Sabres. They gave up 1 to the Penguins.
Yep.
They lost to the Caps 1-0. They lost the Oilers 2-0, and I'm pretty sure 1 was an empty netter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, he's like, hey, assholes.
He must sit in that locker room and go like this. How did you guys feel that game went? Did you guys have fun out there? What were you seeing?
Dude, I've been pretty critical of him in the past because I think he's a great goalie. I've always said that, but I just think the media crown him as like the best goalie in the league when I'm like, there are literally better goalies everywhere. Like Vasi, Hellebuck, like these goalies are better than him, period. But the second half of last year, maybe even all of it, the second half of last year and this year so far, I'm like, well, you're doing your job. I had my guy.
He must hate his team. How could you not?
Oh, dude. What if he was on Edmonton?
How could you not?
What if Shesty was on Edmonton?
Especially after signing that fucking contract.
Crazy, dude.
At this point, imagine if Shesty was on any contender.
Any other team.
Any contender. They would be a lock
for
the Stanley Cup. This man is standing on his head, and they literally can't score.
Oh, dude. I had one more thing for you, speaking of goalies, just because I thought this was so fun. And this is one of those things that happened in the dead of night. I didn't even notice.
Yeah.
I was watching the Canes highlights last night. Big win, 5-1 against the Sharks. And it was like this. Brandon Bussey makes NHL debut, beats the Sharks 5-1 with only 16 saves, but hell, you'll take that in your NHL debut. And it was all because I was looking because it was Misa debuted too. -2, not a big deal. He'll be fine. And I go, Bussey? Thought he was on the Panthers. Because we were joking. Your joke, which was hilarious, that it was like, I can't believe the Panthers just picked up Brandon Bussey, no one's paying attention, and then Bob will retire, and they'll be like, we actually have the next great goalie that was like waiting in the ranks. He got waived and scooped by the Canes.
Yeah.
And I love me some Freddie Anderson, but that's been an issue in the past. And I was like, wow, what? We were just joking, like, there's no goalies on the fucking waiver wire. And I was like, whoa, dude, did the Canes actually find a potential sick future star goalie on the waiver wire? And at this point, I trust that professional sports leagues and professional sports GMs are good enough that if a guy's been waived a few times, he's probably not necessarily not good, but probably not
There's something there.
a mega superstar that's just waiting to break out. And unfortunately, Brandon Bussi, who I wanted to be a mega superstar in Boston, has been waived a few times, so probably not. But I am not ruling out that Brandon Bussi has a rock star year, Stolar style or something, and the Canes are like, oh shit,
Man,
we're actually going to the Cup.
Bussy was for a long time in Boston. The heir apparent. People were like, the tandem of Swayman and Bussy will feed families and move mountains. He's a Western Michigan Bronco. He was nasty there, and his AHL number, he's 9'15", 262 AHL career. Like, good.
Could get the job done.
And I've just been like, how does this guy not get a shake? He's 27 years old, signed a 1-year deal with the Panthers, and like 2 weeks ago, on I think October 5th. Yeah, signs with Carolina. And holy hell, would that be sick.
That would be such a story. I'm actually, and this sucks because I do really love Freddie and his journey's been awesome. So I'm not rooting against him.
Yeah.
But
Tandem.
Yeah, it would just be what a Hollywood story if Bussy got the nod in playoffs and was like, I'm the missing piece.
Yeah,
It's
Bussy
that'd be
coming
sick.
through for Carolina and being nasty. I was like, oh my God. This
God,
is unbelievable.
So dope.
Maybe we see a nice little Bussy run.
That would be cool. The bus. Take the bus.
Take the bus. Take the bus to the Cup.
All right, now we got a little something exciting for everybody. We're introducing a new segment on the Empty Netters podcast. It's a monthly recurring segment for the entire season. Welcoming not a brand new guest, but a brand new
segment.
Official recurring monthly guest, our boy, Chris Chelios.
Come on.
We're going to do some really fun stuff with him. So let's kick it to that right now.
We're joined by our great buddy, Chris Chelios, going to come and do a little bit of NHL team ranking so far, just about 4 or 5 games into the season. But we're doing a special ranking, Chelly. We gave you a little bit of insight. We're doing it on a tan scale because we all know everyone here loves a nice tan. So here's our categories, and we can go over them. But our categories are from the bottom up: Count Dracula, as white as it gets; Queen Elizabeth I, also pasty as hell. Next one is wears a t-shirt at the beach. At least they're getting outside, but still not great. Yeah. Next one is passed out drunk at the pool with a sunburn. They made an effort, but it's still not going well. Then we got golf tan. Looks good on the surface, but it's not complete. Then we got spray tan. May not be real, but it's still pretty good. Then we got 4th of July cookout. That's when you're really hitting your midsummer nice golden layer. Then we got Pamela Anderson in Baywatch. Almost the elite of the elite, and then top is going to be Chelly Malibu because we know that is the best tan that exists.
End of summer, yeah.
Yeah, I'm still reigning champion of the tan in the team picture. No question.
Exactly. So again, we can revisit all those, but CP, take us through the teams in alphabetical order, and then we'll decide which tier they're going to go in.
Yeah, I'll be our secretary, keeping the time here, keeping the documents. We're going to go alphabetical. The first team that we've got is the Anaheim Ducks. The Ducks through 3 games are 2-1. They beat the Sharks and they beat the Penguins in a little comeback last night. What do we think about the Ducks, boys?
I'm high on the Ducks.
Up and coming for sure. Pat Verbeek, love him. No one works harder as a GM. Had some good mentors and teachers. So I like the Ducks.
So we thinking like
golf tan, maybe somewhere in the middle there.
Yeah, I kind of like golf tan. It's like I said, looks good on the surface, maybe not complete. Like they might not be the finished product, but I could see Ducks being in golf tan.
I'm with you. I'll pick golf tan like a minus.
Yeah,
golf tan minus.
Golf tan minus. Okay,
how's that? Yeah.
We're going Ducks golf tan minus. Next one up, Boston Bruins, the pesky Bruins. A lot of people didn't have them going high, but hot start, 3-0 start. What do we think, boys? They're kind of cooking right now.
I'm going to give them the fake tan or whatever you want to call it, golf tan plus, because McAvoy, Pasternak, those guys are leaders. They're still the Bruins. They've built up a pretty good, they've got great chemistry. I think losing Marchand was a big mistake, letting him go. It was just a gift to Florida. And I'll leave it at that. But the culture they've built there is still lingering, from the Bergeron days. So Chara, I like them.
I'm into that.
Okay with,
spray tan.
You okay with spray tan?
Spray tan
Dan?
feels good. Spray tan
tan?
feels good. Yeah.
Spray tan for the bees.
Spray
Okay,
tan.
now, boys. I'm sorry to bring it up, but we got to go Buffalo Sabres. We got to go with sad Buffalo Sabres.
I mean, Chelly, if
They-
this isn't
they've never
Count
had a winning
Dracula,
season.
I don't know what is.
Dracula. Count Dracula. And I don't nothing
hesitation.
against Lindsey Ruff. Count Dracula, Bela Lugosi, whatever. But yeah, nothing's changing. I don't think until I like Lindsey Ruff. He's established himself as a good coach, but I just don't think that's going to do it for them.
And nothing will ever change. It feels like it's like get young player, trade them away, they win cup, we finish last, rinse, repeat, forever.
Honestly, it's like I mean, put them in the fucking coffin, boys. Like that's Count Dracula. all
Put a
day.
stake through their heart, Dan. Put a wooden stake
Yeah.
through their heart.
100%.
They're big on the back end, but they're easy to play against. They're just whatever. They don't play hard.
Yep.
Yeah, it's true.
Okay, now we're going Calgary Flames, who I kind of thought after the race for the playoffs last year might be interesting, but really slow start this year. 4 games at 1-3. What do we think?
Not spray tan. What's just below spray tan?
Well,
I think that's golf tan again.
Yeah, that's Ducks.
Golf tan. I'm sorry, golf tan. What's right below that? Not Dracula. What's right above Dracula?
We've got passed out drunk at the pool, so you got a sunburn, but at least it becomes
passed
a base.
out drunk at the pool. Matches that horrible red
Yeah.
flame stuff.
Oh shit, that's so perfect.
The goaltender overachieved. I like him. I just don't like his size.
Are you
and
worried
quite
about
honestly-
Wolf? Are you worried about Wolf, Shelley, this
Yep,
year?
I am.
Fuck.
Yeah. So that would be the big question mark. You shouldn't have to stand on his head, every night. It looks like that because he's so small and he's making those saves, but no good. Sunburn.
I like that. I agree. Passed out drunk at the pool. Flames. They got to figure it out.
Okay, now we're going Carolina Hurricanes. Vegas favorite to win the cup right now. What do we think?
I'm not ready to give them Chelly for sure.
Oh, God,
but I could
no.
see them. I could see them being Pamela Anderson. I mean, they haven't lost. Like they
They
were.
are.
They were. All
they-
right, have they?
Culture.
No, you were right. 3-0.
Yeah. Like they're 3-0. You don't think that gets them Pamela Anderson status?
Nope. I don't like, I think Brendan Moore's a hell of a coach defensively. They just don't go outside the box. I don't know when the last time they had a breakaway, in the playoffs. They just, I think Brendan Moore calls it cheating, but most teams call it anticipation.
Yeah.
Got to let some of those guys with a longer leash. They got some skilled guys, but they all buy into the system. No question it works. They win. They're in the playoffs, the thick of things every year. But to take that next step, they just haven't been able to do that.
So, Chelly, what do you think? Either 4th of July cookout or you want to go spray tan with the Bruins?
Hurricanes or Bruins?
This is for Canes, but if we go spray
Canes.
tan, they're with the Bruins then.
I'll put them right in the same boat. Yep.
Okay.
Damn. Okay. All right.
I love
Kane's
that.
only getting a spray tan. I like
Yeah.
it.
Next
Can't
one,
blame
Chelly.
it on the goalie.
Yes, correct.
Yeah.
Next one, Chelly, your Blackhawks. What do you think?
I see a definite improvement. I don't quite see them being a playoff threat yet. I don't know who they're going to pass, quite honestly. Detroit, they got to make a run, but back to the Blackhawks. Bedard, second year, he's, changed a little bit. His size is still his, thing. But with a little more help, new head coach, better structure, but still,
Work to be done.
Lots of work to be done. Yeah.
Okay, do you want to go Queen Elizabeth or do you want to go T-shirt at the beach?
I think we go Queen Elizabeth here. Like, I'm not ready to give that. I don't even think they're on the beach yet. Like, they're still caking on the makeup. This is Queen Elizabeth status.
I like it. They're not Dracula, but they're Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right,
Perfect.
now here we go. Here comes the heavyweight, Colorado Avalanche.
I mean, that team baffles me how they can be so inconsistent with the players they have. Landeskog's back, which is huge for them. He just having him on the ice and his presence, I think, is going to help them. But they're right above the Bruins and right above the Hurricanes. I think they got the capability of being a a Stanley Cup team, like a legit Stanley
Yeah.
Cup team. So,
So-
I'll give them the Pam Anderson.
Yeah, maybe as high as
There you
Pam.
go.
I think that's right.
There we go.
I think that's right.
Yeah.
Little Nate
And I
Dogg,
think
little
Av-
Pam Anderson.
I think Avs fans are going to be happy with that being Pam Anderson. That's solid.
They'll take
Yeah.
it. Who wouldn't, Dan? Who wouldn't?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, come on.
Next one is the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Oh God.
Let's see.
Hell of a year last year. I mean, they they're definitely in the right direction. They're going in the right direction. Still not sold on them yet, so they're going to be,
Pastel drunk
again,
at the pool with the Flames, or T-shirt at the beach, or golf tan with the Ducks.
T-shirt at the beach. I guess.
I think so too.
Yeah, T-shirt at the beach. Like I said, they'll be right in the thick of things again towards the end. But I don't know. They just kind of. They didn't at the end of the year. Really, it didn't.
I know, they ran out of steam.
Yeah.
Steam. I'm worried.
Slow start too.
Yeah.
Slow start.
Yeah.
Well, you got
Okay.
to play playoff hockey all year. That's going to happen.
I
so.
know. So
Yeah,
true, actually. Okay, Dallas Stars. Talk about a hot start. Dallas Stars undefeated, looking great. What do we think, Chelly?
They're Pam Anderson for sure. New coach after that bumble, whatever you call it. I won't say it. By the coach, really shocked. But they got that goaltender, Ottinger, and you got him, you're always in it. So they got a great team. I love the veteran presence. So they're definitely Pam Anderson. But
I
that
love that
West
roster.
that West is tough. It could be
Even the
anybody.
division.
but-
The Central's
Yeah.
so brutal. God.
Yeah, exactly.
Dan, you're good with Pam?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like, I don't know if anyone is quite yet Chelly status, but
I know.
they're close. Like, I think Dallas has come out hot.
Yep. Okay, Detroit Red Wings, boys. Lot of pressure this year. 2-1 so far.
I see them in the same boat as last year.
Yeah, I'm afraid
You
you're
know,
right.
barely, struggling to try and make the playoffs. Again, I don't know who they're going to pass
Yeah.
in that side. So spray tan, not even like.
Yeah, so
Yeah, I think golf tan. I think
Golf
golf
tan,
tan.
I'm sorry,
Like,
or
golf
passed
tan.
out drunk golf tan. Actually, I like
No,
golf
no.
tan for the Wings.
Chelly, I think you're on it. Like, they're not quite spray tan because, like, spray tan looks good at least. But,
Yeah.
I think they're golf tan. They responded well after that brutal first loss. So we got to give them. They've got a tan, but I think it's a golf tan.
Yeah,
So that's good.
goaltending again. It's okay last year, but who is it? Gibson's there now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they got Gibson.
Gibber
So
came in.
he's going to have to step up. One of them's going to have to step up and win some games for them, as opposed to losing some games for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which has been what's happening. Okay, next
Yeah.
one up's the Edmonton Oilers, boys. They going back to the Cup?
I don't know.
I mean, Oilers
Maybe
are
4th of
too.
July. Like they 2-0-1. They started pretty good. Connor's
Yeah, they're
taking a
not
discount.
scoring. I kind of like 4th of July cookout tan. I mean, like that's. I'm not putting them with the Avs and the Stars or anything like that yet. But they've got to be a step above Boston and Carolina. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're. I thought losing Corey Perry was. I think that's going to hurt them because he was
100%.
No, agree.
very instrumental in their playoff success, and to give them to LA.
Yeah,
that's
right,
going to
of all
hurt you
people.
because LA had them on the ropes last year and they let them off. So, I don't. Edmonton, not Pam Anderson, but
Yeah, we'll go right below. Okay,
Yeah.
next one up, the defending champs, Florida Panthers, 3-0-1 start. They got a lot of injuries though, but they're hot out the gates.
missing their two top players.
Crazy.
They'll just the way Maurice coaches these guys. They all play the same way. They all finish their hits. They know how to. They just do it right. And
Yeah.
once Tkachuk and Barkov will be back, ACL is usually, they say 6 months, but he'll come back quicker if need be. But I like them. They're still. Someone's got to take them off the top of the mountain. They're the best team in the NHL.
I think so too, but do you think we can go Chelly Malibu with the injuries, or do we have to knock them down one?
I don't right now. I would say no, but in 3 months, if they're all healthy, it's
Okay,
Chelly
there's,
Malibu.
there's threat. Okay, let's
Wow,
put him.
yeah.
Let's put him Pam for now. Okay, next one, L.A. Kings.
Again, they play hard. I like how they compete. They give Edmonton a run for their money 2 years in a row. So
maybe with the Oilers then, 4th of July. I kind of like that for the Kings. But they started a little slow, though, Dan.
Yeah, I think we're being a little generous here. Like, I love my Kings,
right.
but like, dude, they're 1-2-1. That third D pair is struggling so bad already. Like, I love the Kings, but I think we're going to do a lot of these rankings right now. Yep. I can't go higher than Spray Tan for them.
Yeah.
That is.
But I like Kenny Holland. I think Kenny Holland's going to make some moves. So, give him some time. But yeah, Spray Tan for now. But if Kenny Holland's going to make some trades.
Yep.
Spray Tan plus. Spray Tan
plus.
I like it.
Minnesota Wild, 2-2 out the gate. Krill signs for $1 billion. A lot of pressure there. How do we feel about the Wild start?
I mean, I don't see them a lot, quite honestly. What's his Kaprizov?
Yeah.
He's amazing, no question. He's a poor man's Kucherov.
So true.
But he's very skilled. I don't think he's got the grit that Kuch has and the leadership qualities to just go out there and take over a game. But I don't golf.
I'm not that high, Dan. I kind of want to go maybe golf, or I would even go
golf.
Past out at the pool. But you like golf, Dan?
Golf Tan.
I like Golf Tan. Yeah, I mean at least Golf Tan. Like
playoff
team.
Yeah.
They're solid. They're solid.
Okay, now we got the Montreal Canadiens, 3-1 out the gate. Some good wins on the resume. Lane Hudson takes a good deal. How do we feel about the Habs?
Well, I watched them play the other night. They play hard. They're big, skill, toughness, everything. So,
okay,
Marty,
you're high.
I'm going to give a little high. Definitely on their way up. There's no question. Playoff team.
Yeah.
4th of July maybe with the Oilers.
They might deserve it.
4th of July cookout with the Oilers maybe.
I could see them being 4th of July. I mean, like that. To claw back, get to OT and win an OT. Like they're showing that they learned stuff from last year and they're coming out hot again. I don't hate that.
Okay, let's do it. All right, then we got the Preds, who actually 2-1-1 through 4
Seriously?
after last year. That's actually kind of exciting compared to what everyone expected. Any love for the Preds, Chelly?
I mean, I look at their lineup and I can't understand why they struggled so much. Quite honestly, maybe Stamkos, these guys will figure it out this year, and Yossi, and they need good goaltending, obviously. I like their lineup. I just, like I said, maybe just an off year, somewhat like the Rangers. I think the Rangers, they're a better team than they showed last year.
Yeah.
Just no one had a good year, and that went the same for Nashville. So their best players got to be better for them to have success. That's it.
Dan, I would go as high as Spray. And what do you want? Golf? What do you think?
I'm in Golf Tan, Spray Tan category here. I just don't know that I buy them yet. I mean, the struggles last year being from game 1 to game 82 was so glaring. Like they never had a good stretch.
No.
So they started well, but I think we need to give them a few more weeks of this, and I'll bump them to Spray Tan, but I think Golf Tan right now.
Okay, we'll go golf. And then next we've got the Devils. I'm really excited about this year, honestly. 2-1 through 3 so far. But that's another one where I need Jack to stay healthy. Where are you at on the Devils, Chelly?
That's it. Hughes, the brothers, they're key to their success. Jack's got that reoccurring shoulder thing. I feel terrible for him.
No.
Yeah.
That's a bad thing, especially his size, and you're gonna have to learn how to stay away from those danger zones. But they need him for sure. Without him, it's going to be tough. So if he stays healthy, after he's out now, quite honestly, right? So is he out or is he playing now?
He's in, but he's only got 2 assists, no goals through 3 games. Like he's slow. He started slow for sure.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. I think he's a little rusty coming back from the injury. But I mean, the fact that he's starting slow and they're still 2-1. Other guys are getting the job done, and I agree with you, Chell. I like the team. Markstrom's still great, and the D looks pretty good. I could see a Spray Tan here.
Yeah, we'll go Spray. Devils. Okay, next up, the New York Islanders, 0-3 to start. Schaefer looks good, but they might be in trouble, boys.
Not a fan of the Islanders. I love Patrick, but no, I just don't see them Yeah, I don't see them.
We going Dracula? We go giving them Dracula?
I
treatment?
might put a stake in them, just like the Sabres, honestly.
Yeah, like a team with no direction.
Yeah,
quite
Dracula
honestly.
treatment. That's Dracula. Okay,
Yeah.
But hey,
Habs.
Schaefer looks good. Schaefer looks good.
Yeah, bright future. New York Rangers, Chelly, like you said, hopefully having a better season, but they can't win at home. 0-3 at Madison Square Garden.
They
haven't
can't even
scored a goal.
score at home.
No, it's crazy, and if this continues, it's going to be tough for them to get out of that rut. You know, their best players, and Kreider's gone, but you know, Panarin, these guys, Zibanejad, you know, they got the best goalie in the league, or at least he should be. You know,
For
and
sure.
making him look average, which is, you know, their defense. Losing Trouba, I don't care what you said. That was like cutting the head off the snake for me. Yeah, the money was an issue, but you know, you watch and see what he's going to do for Anaheim and help Anaheim.
Yeah, already. God.
Great
okay,
point.
we going T-shirt at the beach or passed out at the pool?
Pack the makeup on, dude. That's
No,
Queen
Queen
Elizabeth.
Elizabeth?
They fucking stink, dude. It's like you can't score at home. Like
can't score in
again,
3 games.
this can change when Chelly comes back on. But like right now, like we got to call them how they are. They're brutal.
Okay.
Yeah, I hate to say it because I do love New York and the Garden, but yeah. No
Okay,
good.
Ottawa Senators. A lot of hype for them this year. Started 1-2 though, and now Brady hurt. I'm a little worried.
Yeah, not enough. Without him, he's their team. He makes them go. That's it.
Great point.
Single-handedly leads that team. So, you know, a healthy Brady, he got him in the playoffs last year. So, yeah, I don't think they'll be fighting to make the playoffs.
I know, God, Dan.
Yeah,
T-shirt at
maybe
the beach,
toss a T-shirt on him. Honestly, yeah.
God, that's
you
tough
you
sense.
lose Brady too. Like, and it sounds like Brady's immediately going to get surgery, so it's at least 4 weeks without him. We're putting the Sens in a T-shirt. That's tough.
Yeah.
Okay, Philadelphia Flyers. Probably a tough one again. Bad goalie room over there.
Not quite Dracula.
Yeah,
but
Queen Elizabeth.
Queen Elizabeth, but new leadership, you know, new coach. I like Keith Jones. I think he's going to get them going, but they're not good.
Yeah,
They're just
They
right
still
now,
got a ways to
they're
go.
not good.
They still got a ways to go.
To simply put, boys, they are not
They're
good.
not good.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think that's right.
Now we go Sidney Crosby and the Penguins, man. Hot start, kind of, but now tapering out a little bit, and I'm still worried about their season.
Yeah, older. You know, the real important for them to start well, no question. But again, last year, you know, he's got the free pass, Sydney, for
of course.
in the regular season. They let him do what he wants. Malkin shows up when he feels like it. He's just kind of along for the ride a lot of games. Doesn't take charge like he should because he's an unbelievable player when he's on. You still got back on D. I love him, Letang.
Yep.
So he's a little slower, but he's still, you know, big part of their success. But they're going to be fighting for a playoff spot also. If maybe not even, they'll be right there again, I think.
I think that's right. And
T-shirt.
Listen, I kind of let's put them at the pool with a sunburn. They're passed out drunk
because of the hot start. Because of the hot start.
Chelly's right. They're fighting. Like they're fighting. They had a hot start. Brazo's scoring. You know, Malkin is a bit of a passenger. I agree, but he's also got points in every game. So put him at the pool. Put him at the pool.
Okay, now we go San Jose Sharks. Probably another bottom feeder, but they got a lot of talent on that team. I'm excited about the future, but they haven't started that hot yet.
No, what are they, 1-2, I think, or 1-2?
1-2, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, they're Draculas.
For one more year at least. I think the Sharks are going to be Dracula.
Honestly, I would have liked to say Queen Elizabeth, but Chelly's right because of last night's game. Like they just got fucking piss pumped last night. So I do think that they're unfortunately going to be in the coffin.
Okay, Dan, Seattle Kraken, who actually I thought was going to be horrible this year, but 2-0-1 to start the year. So I think we got to show them a little bit of love.
Definitely. Yeah, I mean they're definitely not Pam Anderson. The question is, are they? Have they hit 4th of July with a nice crispy base, or are they still rocking a spray tan?
Because
but
it might not be real.
It might not be real. But like they look good. You know, it's like they've had some good wins. I don't know. What do you think, Chell?
They play hard, no question. They need scoring. That's their thing. They got to get scoring from within and some surprises for offense. but they definitely play hard. I like watching their team play. They're fast, great transition team. But again, the scoring, that's hard for them to find.
Yeah. I think spray tan. They haven't proven it to us yet. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. Okay, St. Louis Blues, another team that people were really excited about. 2-1, look okay. Jimmy Snugs looks pretty good. How do you feel?
Yeah.
I like St. Louis. I love Montgomery.
Okay, me too. God.
I like the way he has them playing. So I put them, again, last year, they, a few minutes away from advancing. So
crazy.
The role they got on towards the end of the year was incredible. So I see them to continue to get even better, that St. Louis team. So
okay, I like that. Maybe
like
cookout, 4th of July cookout as high as that?
Yep.
I agree. Everything Chelly just said to me sounded exactly like the way we talked about the Habs, and we put the Habs at the cookout. So I think that's right. Like the Blues, they took everything they learned last year and they're rolling through it. I love it.
Tricky one here, Tampa Bay Lightning. Lot of people's cup pick, and 2-1 to start the year with some tough losses.
Yeah, I'm curious what you think on this one, Chelly.
Well, I think their team's fine. They got solid D, good forwards, scoring, Kucherov, goaltending.
What's happening?
Vasilevsky has not, whether he's tired or whatever his timing, he has not been the same guy that he was 2 years ago. Both those goaltenders got blocker problems. They're both different hands, but they got something's wrong with the block. Coop should get them bigger blockers, but never count out Coop. They got fire. A lot of fight in them. You saw the 2 exhibition games where Tampa and Florida absolutely killed each other. So they still got a lot of fire left in them.
Okay,
yeah.
because of the start, Dan.
Yeah.
What do you got? I was thinking Pool maybe.
I like, what I like about the Pool, because listen, we're not going to put a T-shirt on this team yet, but I like passed out drunk at the Pool because they feel drunk. That is the takeaway here. Like that team is too good to be playing like this. They're just drunk, so they're passed out drunk at the Pool. I like that.
I love it. Toronto Maple Leafs without Mitch Marner, 2-2. Matthews was having a hard time. He got going last game a little bit, but what do you think about the Leafs without Marner, Chelly?
God, they're like the Cubs without Marner. That's a big loss. But they're like the Cubs, like you're just always waiting for something bad to happen, like it did last week for the Cubs. Great regular season again. I see him having a really good. I love Berube as a coach.
Yeah,
he'll keep them in line. That grit they lack. I think they need to strengthen their defense. That's always been an issue. Their defensemen not having a top 2 tandem too that can shut down other teams' top lines. Goaltending again wasn't an issue for them this year. It's just they just can't win the big ones. They just cannot win the big games.
So maybe spray. What do we think? Spray tan, golf tan?
Yeah.
I think it's harsh to put them at golf tan.
Yeah. But they start a little slow. But I'd go spray. I'll go spray.
Yeah, let's go spray tan. I think that's right.
Okay, the Utah Mammoth. Everyone wanted them in playoffs last year. Everyone wants them in playoffs this year. Right now, they sit 8th in the Central at 1-2 through 3 games. Not ideal. I still kind of like them, but not ideal start.
Yeah, to me, they're Seattle. Very similar teams. They just don't have the depth for the scoring. They play hard. They do play hard. They played the Hawks second game, and I think they outplayed the Hawks. Ended up in a tie, but so I don't know. I don't like them as a playoff team, quite honestly.
Yeah, I kind of don't either, Dan. Maybe T-shirt, maybe he's too harsh, though?
No, I think pop a T-shirt on him.
Okay,
I think pop a T-shirt on him.
Mammoth.
And you know why? For me, it's like everyone was talking about, they got to get healthy. And they are healthy, and they've started this slow. So I'm like, you're wearing a T-shirt, dude. You're the fucking pasty fat kid at the pool, and you gotta figure it out.
Cover up, buddy. Cover up.
Yeah.
Okay, Vancouver Canucks also a little bit of a slow start, 1-2. Quinn Hughes doesn't want to play there anymore. Let's see.
I think they're
Nobody
right. I
wants
think
to
they're
play
right
there.
Yeah,
no one
right.
does. I think they're
Jesus
right
Christ.
there with the Mammoth. Put a T-shirt on him. Like Elias Pettersson not doing anything. Like Brock Besser sticking around, didn't do anything for morale. It's just like, how many times are we gonna fall for this team's roster? I'm ready to move on from them.
Yeah, the fact that Tocchet couldn't hold that room together. There's something going on there.
Great call. Great call. Okay, Vegas Golden Knights. Mitch Marner there, new home. Maybe Carter Hart coming in to play goal. Do you like the Knights, Chelly?
Love them. They
Yep.
just got a big bill for playoffs. Led by Eichel. The rest of them, Big
God,
D.
he looks good.
The goaltender doesn't matter. You saw what they put in a couple years ago when they won the cup. They just play great D and play to their goaltenders. So they got to be Pam Anderson.
Yep,
You know,
I
I
think that's
think-
right. I think that's right.
Nailed
Pam
it.
Anderson on the
Agree.
strip. That makes sense.
I love Cassidy, their coach, incredible coach. So, yeah.
Okay, then we go Washington Capitals. Unbelievable season last year. Hot start again, 3-1 through 4 without Ovi doing a ton. They added some youth. I think they're legit. I think they're a legit team.
Yep. I mean, I don't see anything changing there. Ovi's another year older, but,
Yep.
he's still lighting it up. Doesn't have to break a sweat for a game. Just stands there and that crazy shot of his. But, yeah, they got veteran presence. Carlson on the back end still puts up numbers, consistent. He plays every game. They're getting good goaltending. So, yeah, they're going to be right there again.
Maybe 4th of July, like just below Pam. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I think that's right. I'm not ready to give them Pam Anderson treatment, but they're at the cookout, no doubt.
Yeah, and then another one, Winnipeg Jets. Also unbelievable season last year. President's Trophy, 2-1 through 3 this year. They got the goalie. Kyle Connor stayed. Do we think they're the real deal?
I think so. You'd say you learn by losing or making mistakes, and they've definitely matured over the course of when they got knocked out first round and that debacle.
Yeah,
giving up all those goals 2 years ago. Were better last year. So, they're a team to be reckoned with. So I would say again,
4th of July cookout, I think, just
there
under
you
Pam.
go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so that's our rundown. Let me give you the recap, boys. This month, the NHL tiers: Chelly Malibu, nobody. Tough bucket to crack. Pam
Tough but
Anderson,
fair.
Yeah, Pam Anderson and Baywatch. We've got Avs, Stars, Panthers, Vegas. 4th of July cookout. We have Oilers, Habs, Blues, Caps, Jets. Spray tan. We've got Bruins, Canes, Kings, Devils, Kraken, Leafs. Golf tan. We've got Ducks, Red Wings, Wild, Predators. Passed out drunk at the pool. We've got Flames, Penguins, and Tampa. Wearing a T-shirt at the beach is the Blue Jackets, the Senators, the Mammoth, and the Canucks. Queen Elizabeth is the Hawks, the Rangers, and the Flyers. And Count Dracula is the Sabres, the Islanders, and the Sharks. Pretty good, boys.
Fantastic tan tiers. Absolutely love it. Chelly, you're the best for popping on. Can't wait to see how this shakes out over the course of the season.
Yep. I hope we can be. I hope we're a little bit spot on halfway through. We'll see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll check back in.
Great.
It's going to be awesome.
Oh, welcome to a new segment on the podcast where we are going to take you folks through some delicious, delightful picks. The Professor's Puckline is what we've decided to call this segment. We'll be going through bets, money lines, puck lines, parlays, whatever you prefer. But this is our gambling segment of the podcast.
Daniel, the situation we have in front of us is a money-making situation. I'd first like to recap the mega parlay from last week.
Please, sir. That'd be fantastic.
Jets, yes.
Yes.
Blues, yes.
Indeed.
Bruins, yes.
Yes.
Leafs, no.
Christ. Who could have possibly made that decision?
Bolts, no. Bolts, terrible.
Terrible. They're on fraud watch, people have said.
Sens, no. Caps, yes.
Yes.
Rags, yes.
Yes.
Only time they've won all year.
The only time
And
they've
we got
scored
it. And
all
we
year.
got it. Canes, yes.
Indeed.
Habs, yes. Mammoth, yes. Wild, no.
Unbelievable.
Stars, yes. Canucks, no. Ducks, yes. Ducks, yes.
Ducks, yes.
Knights.
Quack, quack.
Quack, quack, they say. Knights, no. 10-6.
10-6 in the mega parlay. That is not terrible.
Tell me how much that pays, Red.
Absolutely nothing.
You get nothing.
$0.
We get nothing, but we do get to hang our hat, our tweed cap, on the fact that we did quite well.
10-6. We have some new. We will give you a Saturday mega parlay every week.
Every week, even if there are only a couple of games.
But there always will be a lot of games. We've checked.
Always will be. We have checked. We've looked at the future.
Here are the bets we will also be giving you. Saturday Selly, an anytime goal scorer on Saturday.
We love.
A hat trick parlay. 3 legs from the same game.
You sounded a bit like Jack Sparrow when you said parlay.
You
then.
only
I'll
say
tell
parlay
you,
like
I'll
that.
tell you, my friend.
You
I
only
liked
say
it.
parlay.
I liked it a lot.
And then, of course, the Friday Fade, which is a game we pick from Friday night that we are 100% positive who will win, and then we will take the other team.
Because whenever we are certain, whenever we're completely sure, it goes the other way. So we shall fade that pick.
Let's begin with the Friday Fade.
The Friday Fade.
October 17th, we have Bolts at Wings, Wild at Caps,
Yes.
Canucks at Hawks, Sharks at Mammoth.
It feels as though the certain win here is the Sharks losing to the Utah Mammoth at home.
And of course, the Mammoth will beat the Sharks at home. Of
That
course
is-
they will.
That is a certainty, my friend.
Of course they will.
We love the Sharkies. They're playing exciting young hockey.
So, without fail, we will fade the Mammoth.
We are going to fade the Mammoth. The Utah Mammoth will surely lose to the San Jose Sharks. But we are saying that the Mammoth will certainly win.
Certainly win. They could never lose to the
So
Sharks
the
at home.
Friday fade will be fading
Sharks money line.
Sharks
You're
money
welcome.
line. Enjoy.
You're welcome.
That will be the Friday fade. The certain winners, Utah Mammoth, will certainly lose to the Sharks. Now let's get into the hat trick parlay. We're going to do a
Parlay.
Sunday game. A nice parlay.
Sunday parlay. A Sunday roast.
A Sunday... Christopher.
A Sunday roast.
We're going to enjoy a nice Sunday roast. During our hat trick parlay, we've chosen the Edmonton Oilers visiting the Red Wings of Detroit. We are going to select a 3-leg parlay single game. We like the over in this game.
We love the over
We're
in this
going to
game.
be stuffed full
With
of
goals.
full of roast, stuffed full of goals. We love the over. It looks like we might have a duel of backup goaltenders in this game, which feels natural that we will see an over. Also, some of us had Connor McDavid on the Rocket watch.
That's interesting.
Feels dead because he does not have a single goal yet this season.
Might as well play for the Rangers. He cannot score a goal.
What a perfect time for young Connor to get on the score sheet during the hat trick parlay on a nice Sunday feast. We're going to take Connor McDavid as our goal scorer, the Edmonton Oilers money line,
Because, of course, they would win.
and the over.
And the over. Hat trick parlay, Sunday roast.
Beautiful, beautiful combination. The stews, the roast, the potatoes, everything
Softening
together
in my
is
mouth.
going to create the most delicious roast that you could ever imagine that will turn into a perfect hat trick parlay.
Now, Dan, the Saturday Selly. We have 13 games on Saturday. The mega parlay is coming, but the Saturday Selly bet is an anytime goal scorer from a Saturday game. We've got a lot of teams to choose from, 26 in fact. Who is lighting the lamp on Saturday?
Oh my goodness, there's so many to choose from. I feel as though the young man in Minnesota who has signed the large contract is off to a ferocious start to his NHL season. Already with 4 goals. Kirill Kaprizov feels very interesting to me.
That is interesting at Philadelphia.
I also feel that it is almost a certainty in the Carolina Hurricanes Los Angeles Kings game. We've yet to see the captain, Anze Kopitar, score a goal. I don't mind that. I also think Adrian Kempe is heating up quite nicely, as well as young Seth Jarvis.
Well, those are a lot of options, Professor.
Is there
And
any that you like?
And we must pick one.
I'm trying to present
Those are
opportunity.
good options. Those are good options. I actually think I like a home team.
You like
Maybe
a home
I do
team?
go Kings. Maybe we do go Kings.
We could go Kings, but also Minnesota is away.
Minnesota is away.
They are
Seth
away.
Jarvis is away. Maybe it is the captain.
It might be Adrian Kempe. It also might Colorado at home against the Bruins. They handled the Bruins.
Ooh, that is
quite
interesting.
well.
That is interesting. Nathan McKinnon scores every game.
Every game, it seems, the young lad he's on fire. He's on fire.
So it's between the alternate captain of Colorado and the captain of Los Angeles. That's what I'm between. Maybe we land on...
I've got a new one.
Oh, no.
One out of the blue, and I like it. It feels very on par with the Empty Netters program. On par, I hope, moving forward with Professor's Puckline. There's a team north of the border playing home against a struggling New York Rangers team. The Montreal Canadiens will be in the Centre Bell. And a young man named Goal Caulfield. Oh, feels like a perfect first Saturday Selly.
Sold. Saturday Selly, anytime goal scorer, Goal Caulfield of Montreal.
Toot sweet, young Cole. Let's get you on the score sheet.
To close out the Professor's Puckline, as we will every episode, it will be with the Saturday Mega Parlay.
A Mega Parlay.
We go around the horn, picking winners, because if you try to do it yourself, you will lose every time.
That is a fact, my friend.
I should have actually tracked which one of us lost. How many of us lost from the last one, but I'm not going to do that.
No, we don't need to institute that sort of negativity into this space.
Last time we started with Red. Today, we will start with Professor Powers here to my right. Saturday Mega Parlay, 13 games. Panthers at Sabres.
I will take the Cats, my friend.
Isles at Senators without Brady Tkachuk. I will go...
Sir, you are taking quite long.
I will go Islanders.
Interesting.
Red.
Young David.
Oilers at Devils.
Oil.
Daniel, Kraken at Leafs.
I will take the Kraken.
Chris, Rags at Habs. On the road, Rags.
Interesting. Hopefully we still get that Cole Caulfield goal.
Red, Wild at Flyers.
Wild.
Dan, Bolts at Jackets.
Give me the Lightning, sir. I believe they write the show.
Wow. Christopher, Stars at Blues. Give me the Stars. Red, Preds at Jets.
Jets.
Daniel, Bruins at Avs.
It must simply be the tumbling snow of the Avalanche, my friend.
Christopher, Canes at Kings. I'll take the Kings. Red, Flames at Knights.
Knights.
And Daniel, Penguins at Sharks.
It feels disingenuous to choose with my heart here. I love the Sharkies. I love our young boys, but I believe after a difficult loss to the Ducklings, the Penguins must simply find a way to win. I will take the Penguins.
Panthers, Islanders, Oil, Kraken, Rags, Wild, Bolts, Stars, Preds, Jets?
Jets.
Jets, Avs, Kings, Knights, Gwins. Enjoy your money on the Saturday Mega Parlay.
That is the Saturday Mega Parlay. The selections have been laid out, and we now must watch our fate. That will be the Professor's Puckline segment, and a beautiful way for you to find riches in your life.
Let us take an ad break.
What a perfect time to take an ad break and hear from our lovely, lovely sponsors. Darlings, by now you know that we have teamed with BetMGM all season long for your greatest online sportsbook that you could ever find. BetMGM is taking care of you in ways that no one else is. We are in the midst of the MLB postseason. We have international football happening. You know I love that. And we also are back in the swing of things with hockey season. BetMGM is presenting you with every pick, every game, and every sport that you could ever imagine. And if you sign up now with promo code NETTERS, NETTERS, they are giving you a delightful, delicious deal. You can bet up to $1,500 US dollars. And if you lose it, every single one of those will go back into your account in bonus bets, $1,500 back into your account in bonus bets. And on top of that, we have the hat trick jackpot. You can bet any player you like to be an anytime goal scorer. We love anytime goal scorers. And if that player scores 3 or more goals, thus achieving the coveted hat trick, you will be put in a pot of up to $10,000 in bonus bets. So get your anytime goal scorer bets in. Sign up with promo code NETTERS, NETTERS, and get all of these unbelievable, delectable deals from BetMGM, the best sportsbook in the world.
All right. We have a very, very special guest in the Not Ice portion of the Empty Netters podcast today. We are honored to be joined by Eva Erickson, the runner-up of Survivor 48 and the first openly autistic person in Survivor history. Eva, and club hockey legend.
Club hockey legend, hater of wet socks.
Yeah.
Dominant hockey player on...
Where did you get a hater of wet socks? How do you just know that? Like, what?
Listen, we do our research here, okay? And I'm with you. I actually went for a run the other day, and it was raining out here in LA, and I got wet socks, and I wanted to die the whole time.
Let me just add, too, it was raining here in LA yesterday for the first time in a billion years, and we had a crazy day. We were scrambling all around, and then we were going to the Ducks home opener, and my feet got wet in the rain during the day, and I never got to change. And then we went to the rink, and that was the coldest rink I've ever been in my life. And the wet socks was a real problem.
It's a miracle you don't have frostbite.
I thought I was going to get frostbite.
Unbelievable.
But anyway, Eve Erickson, welcome to the Empty Netters podcast. How are you?
I'm pumped to be here. This is so fun. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. We're thrilled that you're here. I want to start off with the hockey journey and hear your story about how you got so into hockey, because as people can see, your background, we've got amazing jerseys hanging all over jerseys. The place. You're a collector. This is fantastic. Was it just being from Minnesota that got you into hockey immediately, or is your family super dialed in hockey as well?
I mean, my earliest memory was learning to skate. Like, that's how deep it goes into my, like, being as a human, is that, like, first thing I remember is being out on the pond with my dad and having him teach me to skate. And so I just, like, wanted to play hockey because, the culture, Minnesota, like, that's what it's all about. Like, I started playing hockey when I was 5 years old. And so it's just, like, all the way up. Like, all of my friends played hockey. We were, like, this tight group, got to play in some, like, amazing places, playing at the XL Energy Center for the, like, state tournament in high school. And you know how big that is in Minnesota. Like, it's just, that is something that's carried me through. And also it was just, like, a huge, like, fixation for me because, like you said, I have autism and I get very fixated on specific things. And so hockey has always been that, like, special interest of mine. So whether I'm playing, I'm reffing, or watching, like, that's what, like, I'm all about. So then, going to college, being the first and only girl to play on the men's club hockey team at Georgia Tech. I got a jersey right back there for that one.
Yeah, I love it.
That was a big deal for me and just brought my game to the next level, playing with men. And now I'm the captain of the men's club team at Brown currently. So that's a lot of fun. Plus, I also just, like, being part of the game, I am a linesman for Hockey East currently, which is really fun too.
It's so sick.
So it's amazing.
We're going to get into all of that.
It.
We're going to get into all that, but I want to go back first. We actually went to the Minnesota high school tournament this past season for the first time.
Yeah.
And it was so cool. Like, I could not believe how many people they packed the XL Center on a Thursday. It's Thursday at noon, and the place is packed. It looked like a national
Your school
holiday.
gets the day off. So, like, when we played in the state tournament, we were unseeded, and so we were kind of like, we were underdogs coming in, and we won that first game. It was at, like, noon on Thursday, and our whole school, like, bussed in. It was packed. It was the coolest thing I think, like, the best crowd I've ever played in front of, because it was like everyone you know from school is just, like, so fired up for you. Like, so much fun.
That was so funny, Eva. We went, and on the Thursday, like, those first games at noon, we're sitting in there walking around, and I literally turned to Chris and I go, these fucking kids go to school, or, like, what's going on here? And then people were like, no, they all have the day off. Like, and you forget how big Minnesota is. Like, some of these buses are coming from, like, 9 hours away for this thing. It was unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
So cool.
And the student section, everyone's in the corner, you know? They give you guys your own little corner, so it's like every goal, just race to the corner, jump into the glass. It was epic. That was unreal.
So when you went down to Georgia Tech, were there any hesitations for you of joining a men's team, especially also in Georgia? Like, you know, it's not like it's you're in Minnesota. Everyone knows that girls play hockey and are amazing at hockey. You're down in Georgia playing at this massive school. Did you have any hesitations, or were you like, no, I love this, I'm obsessed with this, and I'm great, so let's get it?
Yeah, I mean, I Georgia Tech was, like, my, like, dream school, right? Like, I knew I wanted to go to school for school. Like, I studied physics there. I am, like, very big into engineering. Like, I was like, I don't want to, like, go play, like, D3, try for, like, being bottom of D1. You know, like, I was like, I want to go to school for school. And so when I found out that Georgia Tech had a hockey team. Like I was just like, okay, this is even better. Like I want to play. And whenever I have like a goal, like I just get after it. Like, yeah, I was like, okay, they've never had a girl before, but like my teammates all were like afraid to play against me in drills because I was the most physical girl on our team. I'm a very like aggressive, feisty little player. And so I was like, okay, that should help me like in a men's game, right? Like, and I know I was fast. I know that like my strong suit is just being a very stay-at-home defenseman. Like I was like, okay, I just have to like demonstrate that I have these skills, that like I am like very coachable. I'll take any feedback. Like I just want to play. And so I showed up to be on that team. And at first, like a lot of the guys were kind of like iffy about me, right? That they're like, okay, like who does this girl think she is? Like a lot of them from the South have never played with a girl before. Like that's just not a thing down there. And so I just very quickly kind of like showed my stuff, showed who I am, and that like I'm going to work harder than anybody else on this team on and off the ice to like be the best I can be. And so very quickly was just ingratiated into the team. And it was really funny. Like I just remember like after like the first like away tournament, I think we went and played at Auburn. Then the guys were like, hey, like, do you feel bad when we say like, let's go boys? Like, is there something else you want us to say? And I was just like, look at you guys trying to be inclusive. And I'm like, nah, man, like I'm part of the boys. And they're like, yeah, like this is your pack. Like, let's go. So really just showed me like, yeah, I'm one of them. And they never treated me any different after that. So it was great.
I love that.
Funny.
That is the right mentality, right? Like you're just one of the boys.
Yeah.
Like that's it.
Was it? And I think the answer is going to be no, but I wonder if it was an adjustment for you were describing how it was an adjustment for them. Was it an adjustment for you at all because you come from a place where there is so much women's hockey? Because we grew up in a town in Maine, and there was a girl that played on our high school team, and she was nasty. She went to Minnesota, the Gophers. Like she was so good, but there just wasn't women's hockey where in my tiny beach town. So she had no choice. So she'd been playing with boys her whole life, right? It was like literally it wasn't until college that she was finally on a women's team. But you obviously had so much experience to be on a women's team. Were you nervous at all, being like, oh shit, I'm just gonna go play with the guys, or you didn't care?
I was nervous about the checking, I had not played checking hockey. That I switched over to girls hockey when checking hit. And so I was like, okay, this is going to be new to me. But like I said, I'm a very physical player. I'm very strong, even though I'm 5'4", like I am very dense. Like I had like faith in myself, but like, it was definitely adjustment where the speed is so much faster, the physicality, it really forced me to step up my game. And ultimately, like that is what has made me the best player that I could be for myself. And so then when I went back and I played a couple games in like a college women's like summer league, after having played boys hockey for a few years, and oh my God, night and day difference. Like I was scared I was going to hurt people. Like I'm used to like bodying guys twice my size. I had to like quit the league because everybody hated me because I was so much faster. Like I'm a defenseman. I never score. I like was getting a hat trick every game, and I didn't know any of these girls, and they were all like, oh, like she thinks she's so good. And I was like, dude, I don't. Like I'm just, this is great to play against people my size. Like, so it was a huge adjustment that like ultimately made me a much better player. So I was really, really happy to have that. And I can't imagine going back to a non-checking game.
Yeah, I'm picturing
laying people out open ice, just bang, and
just like, bundling girls in open ice.
No, these girls were like a freshman in college, and I was at this point, like this was when I had come to my PhD here. So I'm what, 21 years old, and they're like 100 pounds soaking wet. I weigh like 145 pounds at this point, like, and I'm just like dense as hell. I barely touch someone, they go flying, and I'm like, I'm so sorry. Like,
it's like child abuse, just bundling these kids. I love it. How was the transition for you with playing and like this journey is so cool, playing with guys and all this, and then deciding you wanted to ref? When did that come about?
I've actually been reffing since I was 13.
There you
amazing job. Yeah. Amazing. Like when you're a hockey player, right? Like you have practice every day when you're in high school. All the time, hard to have like a normal like job at Wendy's, So reffing was great because it worked with my schedule. So I'd already be at the rink all the time. Why not hop on and do a few games?
Get paid,
and so I did that from 13 up through like graduating high school. And then when I moved to the Northeast here, I got in touch with some of the coordinators around here and was then like scoped out by the supervisors for the NCAA leagues, which was great. And so I had a tryout and ultimately then was selected to work for Hockey East, which is like a big honor. They're the best of the best in this part of the country. So very, very proud of that. And just, it's amazing to get to work at high levels that I never got to play at. Like these are the best women's players in the country that I'm getting to drop pucks for. And I'm like, ice! Like, it's great.
What's your favorite call to make? Icing?
Yeah, good call.
Ice is kind of fun because you get to like yell it, and you use like my reffing voice, right? Where I'm like, ice! Like you throw, that's pretty fun. Like, I mean, as a linesman, it's mostly offsides and icing. So I prefer that. I'm not big on calling penalties because I'm often too lenient on penalty calling. God. So I'm like, I think my role is liney.
That would be my problem too. There must have been, obviously we all are hockey players and there's nerves that come with that, the butterflies before games and everything. But I got to imagine you're getting butterflies before reffing too, because there's a lot of pressure in there. What's that like?
Yeah, my first Hockey East game was at Northeastern. They had the band in there. It's in Matthews, and it felt so like big, and I was scared shitless. Like I was like, I'm gonna like fuck this up somehow. I'm gonna like not drop the puck right, and it's gonna like do something terrible. I did actually in that game. I totally messed up a hybrid icing call and just kicked myself for the rest of the game and was like, they're never gonna assign me another game. I'm terrible. And so it is like, like you're so in your head. And you also have to remember, as a player, if you make a mistake, you get off the ice. You get to sit on the bench, and then you're like, okay, like, let me reset, and I'll get back out there, do better. As a ref, you never get off the ice. Like, you're just out there, and then you have to, like, deal with, like, oh, I messed up, and now the coaches are mad at me for the next 20 minutes until the ZAM cut, and I'm like, I hate myself. So you're just going, and have to, like, lock in at all times. So it is definitely a different kind of grind.
Absolutely. And my God, people, especially in Stanley Cup playoffs, people are so mad at the refs all the time. And we always try to say, I'm like, do you have any idea how hard this is? The offside calls that refs make where I'm like, I'm all watching in super slow-mo and I'm like, wow, that was actually correct. I can't believe they nailed that. So I imagine that's a grind too for you when you're like, I don't know how you do it, just hawking the blue line like that. It must be insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it's kind of funny because for me, I'm a defenseman and I'm a linesman. And both of those things for me are very formulaic. Like, I am not a creative player. I am not like, I'm a very like, this is the formula for how I stop someone from scoring a goal. Like, this is what I do, where I need to be. That's how my brain works. Like, I'm a very mathematical thinker. And same thing with lining. There are always, these are the spots you need to be in, be exactly on this line. You own this line. It is a formula, and you follow that formula to a T to ref the game the best you can. Whereas if you're the ref, so you're calling penalties, you're more fluid, you're moving around. It's a very different kind of role that is more similar to like being the creativity you need as a forwards, where you're kind of like reading what's going on and how am I going to best handle this. So it's very different. And so that's kind of where I find that I fit best in with being a defenseman, being a linesman. So it's just kind of a unique thing that everyone finds like what role they fit better in. And of course I do ref games when I do like national tournaments and stuff too. So then I'm having to call penalties, but for the most part, I like for collegiate games doing lining.
Yeah. I love that. So for those who don't know, and you mentioned a little bit, you're at Brown, you're getting your PhD, you're a whiz with things like mathematics, physics, and stuff like that, in engineering, and then you're also so dialed into hockey like this, and you're working as a ref and a linesman. Where are we going here? What do you think? I mean, because I see how focused and in love with the game of hockey you are. I can't imagine you're just going to be dropping that anytime soon.
Agree.
So, what are your biggest passions right now? Where you think you're leaning towards?
Yeah, that is a really cool thing to bring up because I am near the end of my PhD, right? Where I'm thinking, okay, what am I doing next? And the work that I've been doing, I enjoy, but I'm not passionate about it the same way I'm passionate about hockey. And I've been wanting to find a way to kind of bring my love of the game, connecting that with my extreme background in physics and engineering. And so I'm looking at trying to get into the like sports engineering sphere, whether that's in doing R&D for sports equipment, like would love to work for someone like Bauer or something like that. And I've had some meetings with women who work in their R&D headquarters in Montreal. And I'm like, their job is the coolest thing ever. Yeah. But also there's another element that people don't often think of, which is how we can improve the way the game is played by tracking data. So there's a lab at MIT that is called the MIT Sports Lab, where they're looking at creating flow models for how players and officials move throughout the game. So we can analyze things like, is the officiating system we're using, that formula I was talking about, is that the best way to manage the flow of a game? And so as a fluids engineer, I have a lot of experience with flow. And so that's something that I'd be really interested in getting in on like a research perspective and perhaps going into academia to try to like science out our game to be better based on all that tracking data that we now have access to in both the PWHL and the NHL. It's very cool stuff. So those are two things that I'm kind of like looking into for where I want to go when I graduate here.
I love that so much. That's kind of what I was leaning towards because I imagined there was a crossover right here. But now learning that Eva's going to replace all refs with AI is kind of tough to hear.
Not replacing them with AI, but like seeing like, can we position the officials better? Can we change the system to make the best calls possible? Because that's like the number one thing the leagues are trying to get out of this data analysis is they're like, are we officiating the best we can? Because officials can make or break a game.
Definitely. It's so cool. It's such a good space to be in.
They do. There's a skate out here in LA where they it's a tryout for refs to go on and do AHL games and stuff like that. And I know you're right about that because they have their whole map of like, here's where you are when the puck's here, here's where you are when the puck's here. And I've always wondered who made that up. Like, where did that come from? So this is a really cool idea to be like, is that the best it can be? Can we improve on that? I love this. I love this thought process.
Yeah, it's amazing. Before we transition away from hockey, I do want to ask, because I know you're a big Wild fan, how do you feel about the Krill contract? How do you feel about the Wild in general right now?
Oh, okay. The Wild have let me down the last few years. I've been very sad with our performance. I feel like every year we get let down because they'll have a great like regular season. You're like, okay, like things are going well, and then playoffs, and we're just like the new Leafs. Like we just first round exit. It's so sad.
You literally you just quoted me. Like last year.
Actually.
Yes, last year I was like, I think the Wild are the new Leafs, and we kind of dubbed them the Leafs of the West. Like people don't really talk about it, but they just lose in the first round. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's like lower profile because like the Leafs is a long-standing like meme in that way, and we're just kind of there. And now I'm like, guys, we need to do better. But like with the Kirill contract, I think that that's fantastic. I think we don't have another star player like that. We're not the kind of franchise that draws in these big star players. So I think giving him that kind of deal, showing him his worth, that we value him, hopefully that steps up his game. My one worry is that he is injury prone. And so I don't want us to see that we're paying this crazy amount of money to him and then it just going nowhere because he gets hurt halfway through the season. So that's tough. But I actually have a funny thing with the Wild for that I'm also excited for this season is Danila Yurov. He came from the KHL this year. This is really funny. This is a crazy story. I helped him get drafted. Like this is this is so ridiculous. So in January like 2022, I get a random DM on Instagram from an account that like is pretending to be Danila Yurov. Like I am nobody. I wasn't on Survivor at this point. I've got like 1,000 followers on Instagram. There's no reason that a KHL player would be DMing me. And I'm like, okay, what is this? Asking for nudes. Classic. I'm like, there's no way this is real. But the thing is the account looks really real. Like the following ratio is good. Like you got a handful of posts. Like has like 5,000 followers. And I was like, there's no way this is real, but like it looks real enough that people are probably falling for this. Like this is bad. So I do a little digging and I like find Danila's actual account, which only has like 300 followers, no posts. And I'm like, I don't even know if this is him, but like I'm gonna let him know that somebody's doing this. And I send him screenshots and I'm just like, hey, heads up. And he gets back to me in like his like broken English, like clearly only speaks Russian. And he's like, not me, agent will fix. I'm like, cool, good luck, man. Good. 6 months later, now we're right around the draft, right? Now real Danilo reaches out to me again and he goes, hey, I don't know if you know this, but I'm like slotted to go in the first round of the NHL draft. But somebody filed a harassment case against me for this fake account, pretending to be me, asking girls for nudes. You are the only person who has proof that wasn't me. Can you write a testimony to the NHL on my behalf? And I was like, absolutely, anything you need. So I type up this whole thing, send it to Jared Maples, like chief security officer of the NHL. And he gets back to me, he's like, thank you, we will take this into consideration. So he's like having like a mini like trial within the NHL. And he's like in Montreal right before the draft. Like it's like freaking out. And I'm like, hey, like I'm sure it'll work out. Like I sent all the stuff. Like what teams are you talking to? And he's like, oh, like I was predicted to go in like 11th or 12th, which would be like the Sabres-ish, but because I'm Russian, this was when there was that time where a lot of the Russian players were worried about being able to come back. Yeah. And so he's like, oh, because I'm Russian, I might fall a little bit. So I've talked to the Blues and the Wild. And I'm like, well, I'm a Wild fan, so I really hope you go to them. Then he goes 24th pick in the draft, the first round, to the Minnesota Wild. And while he's still at the draft, he like DMs me on Instagram. He's like, did you tell them to pick me? I'm like, I wish I had that kind of pull.
Yes, I did.
But just, yeah. So I've been like extremely invested in his career, and now he's finally here. And I'm like, without me, this man would not be in the NHL because some random person was taking advantage of the fact that he did not use his Instagram. So that's my crazy connection to Danila Yurov.
This is legitimately the craziest story I've ever heard in my entire life.
Unbelievable.
That is ridiculous. I mean, like, have you gone to a game yet? Like, I feel we need a picture of you two. Like, this is unbelievable.
I know. Yeah, no, he just had his first game the other night, and I watched that. I was like so pumped. I DM'd him after, and I was like, dude, I'm just so happy you finally made it here. Like, I've been like checking in with him while he's been in the KHL the last couple of years, just to be like, hey, remember me when you're famous. Like, it's just wild. So it's probably even wilder for him on his side. Yeah, that he now, like, because at that when, like, now he sees, like, I have, like, 150,000 followers on Instagram. I'm just, like, randomly famous. And he's like, who are you? Like, what? Yeah. Like, you know, like, that's got to be so weird on his side. Yeah.
You guys, in such a strange way, Eva, you guys have both watched each other come up. Like, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
This is remarkable. This is truly like
that's the craziest thing.
The combination of some asshole taking advantage of a fake Instagram, you being an internet sleuth, and then him getting drafted by your hometown team is preposterous. This is so funny.
I know. It's like storybook. It's just so funny. And I just, it's ridiculous to me that I was just like literally typing up a thing with all the screenshots, the messages this guy sent, like, and everything to the NHL. Like,
holy hell. Let me tell you what, I knew this was going to be a fun conversation. Did not expect this type of a story.
Dude, and you just never you never think anyone's going to see your DMs, and next thing you know, you're screenshotting them to the NHL, and you're like, God, I'm so glad I reacted appropriately at this moment.
Oh, my God. That is
no,
crazy.
and the thing was, when I, like, looked at this account, too, that was pretending to be him, all of the people it was following were girls, and a lot of them were hockey girls, too. Like, it specifically was like, I was like, oh, like, who's going to be interested in the fact that this is a KHL player? Probably some girl who plays hockey. Like, they were thinking, and it definitely worked on people because, like, the fact that it had so many followers and that, like, there was this whole harassment charge against this Danila. Like, it was just so sad. So that just shows, like, you need to get that blue check mark, like, ASAP if you're anywhere near that, because that's, like, without me, like, I don't know where he'd be. So
correct.
You're a hero. It's unbelievable. I mean, I don't even want to leave talking about hockey now after that, but I mean, I feel like everyone would lose their minds if we don't talk about Survivor.
Yeah, and honestly, your whole life, Eva, for sure. So actually, let's start with this. You get your diagnosis, right? And can you just elaborate on what it is meant to you to have been told what you were told at the beginning of your life and to have lived the life you have so far? And if you don't mind, just the messaging, because I thought that was so important. How you're like, nothing is wrong with me. This is, and using your platform to get that out. I think that's just incredible.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yeah, I was diagnosed when I was just around a year old, so very, very early. And doctors told my parents that I would never hold a job, I would never live independently, that, like, at most they could hope that I would marry somebody who else had autism. And, like, my parents were just like we're not just going to give up on the life of our child. Like, we're going to put everything we have into getting her the help she needs. And so I went through so many different types of therapy. Like, I was doing physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, and all of these things, like, I have no recollection of. Like, I was so young that it's just, I've just been the way I am my whole life. But it had a huge impact on me. And an additional thing that really impacted me as a kid was starting playing hockey, actually, because at that age, that was when I was going through all this therapy. And hockey was a way to help me apply the skills I was learning in therapy to something that I enjoyed. And it forced me to socialize with kids because I didn't know how to interact with my peers. And so my mom always like attributes to that I showed a huge growth once I started playing hockey. And so that's also why like I love the sport so much, is because it really like helped me become who I am today. And I really just went through my life with my parents always telling me that there was nothing wrong with me, that autism was just part of who I am, and it's going to give me some challenges that are different than other people, but it also is going to give me strengths. And so that's kind of how I've always seen it. And it wasn't until I was in middle and high school that I found out how other people viewed people with autism. And that kind of just like hit me like a truck, that it was like, oh wow, like people think that this is something bad. Like they don't understand. And nobody knew that I had autism unless I told them. And so it was kind of, for a while, I kind of kept it close to my chest, that I was like, oh, like, is this something weird? Like, I know that I'm different than those around me. I know I don't pick up on social cues. I know that I get way more intense and fixated on things. Like, is this bad? But ultimately, like, as I've grown and really heard the words of my parents, of the people around me, that like they love me for who I am, I just totally want to share that with others, that it is never something wrong with you, that yes, it's going to give you challenges, and I have my own challenges in so many ways that come from my autism, but all of my successes in my life would not have happened without for my autism as well. So I going on Survivor and then sharing this message has really changed my life, has changed the lives of so many people in ways that I never expected. And so I am just so very proud to get to say something that just seems so easy to say, right? That it's like, oh, like autism is not something wrong with you, but just those words alone have changed the lives of so many, because so many people believe that it is something terrible when it's not. It's just another thing that impacts who I am, and I'm proud of it.
Absolutely, as you should be. I'm so glad that you say that, because you should feel proud. And it is really remarkable to see. It's like you just said, when you take ownership of something, it doesn't become as challenging, and it doesn't control what you do, because now you're in the driver's seat. And it's amazing the way that you've done it. Do you think that so much of this and your strength and your confidence in yourself has kind of forced you to take on even more challenges? Because it does feel like you look at things like this as just a reason to go, well, you know what? I'm going to do this next challenge and prove people wrong, because nothing's going to hold me back.
Yeah, it's not even like, oh, I'm going to prove people wrong. It's I want to do that, so I'm going to do it. Like, same thing with going and trying to play men's hockey in Georgia. It was just like, that's what I want to do, so I'm going to do it. And I think some of that, like the not recognizing social cues, the just being fixated on things, like that's why I'm able to just go after that, because sure, people probably looked at me weird for like trying out for this team and being so tiny and whatever on the ice, but like I don't see that. Like it goes over my head. I'm not aware of these cues that other people give off that might make someone else self-conscious. I'm just like, this is what I want, so I'm gonna get it. And like going on all of my platforms, going on national television, just speaking these words that of something that I'm so like just feel so strongly in my heart, you know, like that's something that other people might like frown on. They're like, oh, like that's weird, whatever. But no, like it's something so important to me. And I think it is just, like I want to go after that next challenge. I want to be the best me I can be. And I want to help make the world a better place as I'm going along that journey, you know?
Yeah.
Oh
it's
my
amazing.
God.
I love it.
And I want to ask about Survivor, because funnily enough, my girlfriend's sorority sister, really good friend, is on the season right now. So it's been fun watching that.
Wait, who is it?
It's Sophie, but there's two Sophies. She's the one in the yellow tribe, not the blue tribe. Like the one in the blue tribe.
Yes. She, oh my gosh, she was our alternate.
Oh, no
way.
Like
she was on our season.
She tried out the year before, too. Yeah, that's right. 100%.
Yes,
so, yeah,
she was there.
So it's been crazy because Sandra's been like, I'm best friends with her, you know, and it's nuts watching her.
Oh, my God.
But one thing I wanted to ask you, because I've been so invested in watching this, you obviously have your mega viral moment, right, during the immunity challenge and with Joe when you tell everybody the whole story. It must be crazy. I think it's impossible for us watching Survivor. We know it's intense and everything, but it must be crazy to be in that actual moment and having the challenges of the game, the cameras everywhere, you're mic'd up, having an episode because you're so overstimulated and emotional. Joe there, like, how was that actually for you in real time? Mm-hmm. Of course, the video is amazing and I'm crying, everybody's crying, but in the moment, what was that like for you?
Yeah, I think they did a really great job capturing that and the emotions that were involved, because it really was this kind of like very quick up, quick down kind of episode where I got overstimulated very quickly. Like you saw, the first part of the challenge was fine, right? Where we get through that, we're grinding, we're doing really well. And because it's just like we've done a million challenges. But the thing that gets me is that we come to that table maze, and when I am not succeeding in something, I will get kind of stuck in this cycle in my head. And that happens from getting overstimulated in other ways as well. But like here, I just kept failing on the table maze over and over, and my brain got stuck in this loop and I couldn't get out of it. And now everybody's yelling at me. It's hot, where there's so much energy, and just it's so intense. And I am just trying so hard to focus on this maze, and I keep failing. And you can see like I have to release this intensity somehow. So I'm kind of like yelling at myself, and I'm just like screaming and swearing a little bit while we're doing the challenge. Everyone's like, no, it's okay, you got this. Yeah. And they just think that it's just normal, like intensity of the moment. Right? They don't understand that there's something else going on in my brain, because nobody else on that beach knew that I had autism other than Joe. And so when we get to that moment where I succeed, I finish the table maze, and you think that it's like, oh, okay, now like you get to relax, it's chill, it's fine. No, like for me, I have had all of this building for so long that now it has to explode. And so I start screaming and screaming, and I'm completely ungrounded. And this happens in my life, and it's happened so many times, but nobody else had seen that there yet. So they don't know what's going on. They just are like, oh, like, is she okay? Like, what's happening? Joe is the only person who understood that I was not having a panic attack. I was not like having an anxiety attack. Like, no, like I was just overstimulated. And so he was able to jump in with the exact help that I needed, because I advocated for myself early on. And that's what's really, really important. And is the big success here is that I had advocated, and in the first few days of the game, for myself in telling Joe that if something like this were to happen, here are the things you can do to help me. And that's what's really important for people with autism to recognize too, is that advocating for yourself is what can help you have success. And so he then stepped in, he gave me the help I needed, and I was able to come down out of it. And it's not to say that I couldn't have come down out of it by myself. Like I have my own strategies that I use, but it comes down much quicker when I have help from somebody else. And so it was just a very beautiful moment. And then I had the opportunity to then speak about my life and what had happened to everybody. And I truly just believe that like God was working through me in that moment, because I don't know how I was able to speak so eloquently on something like there was no break there. Like it was like okay, we're done now. Like, do you want to talk about it? And it's like, there was no like rest. So it was a very beautiful moment overall. And I'm just so glad that it has reached so many people to have an impact in our world.
And maybe you can't tell us this because it's TV secrets, but did Jeff, like when Jeff asks you, do you want to tell what's going on? Had you told him I'm ready to talk about it? Or was he just like, if you want, go ahead?
So Jeff was aware that I had autism. All of the like producers, everyone part of the crew, they all knew. It's just like the people in the tribes don't know. And so Jeff, he did not ask me prior if it was okay to talk about.
Really?
They knew from all my interviews. Yeah, they knew from my interviews going in, like that I am very open about talking about it and stuff. So they knew it wasn't like some big secret that he was trying to like pull out of me. It was just I had expressed to them that I wasn't going to share it in the game, because gameplay wise, someone could take advantage of me.
Yep.
Because it's like, if they know that I can't pick up on when someone's lying, then they're just going to lie to me. It was, So he was aware that like I'm comfortable talking about it. And so then him just, he just opened it up and was like, do you want to explain what happened? Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, it was
so
incredible.
amazing.
Yeah,
it's
it was
just
so
such
powerful.
a good moment. And it's like the way you handled it was so beautiful, and the way it, like you said, that it's touched so many people is the greatest thing that could have happened from it. So it's just such an amazing situation that you found yourself in that's turned into such a beautiful thing. Overall, you did so well, obviously, which is fantastic. Overall, I don't think people realize that, we talk about unscripted TV all the time, and we always go like this, it's unscripted. There's a lot of things that are set up, but I don't think a lot of people realize how grueling Survivor really is. You clearly are a person who loves a challenge. You love being competitive. You love competing. Overall, did you love this experience? Was it harder than you thought it might be? Was it more fun than you thought it might be? What was the sort of big picture takeaway for you?
It was so much everything more than I thought it was going to be. Like I had like a picture in my mind. Like I went into this being like, oh, it's a sporting event. Like I'm going to train for sports. Like I didn't like think about as much like the relationships you would build out there. I didn't really like fully understand the physical toll that like losing all that weight takes on you. Like I went into this game, I had bulked up more than anything in my life. Like I was weighing like I think I was 151 pounds when I entered the game. I was like bench pressing 170. Like I was big, and I lost 25 pounds in 26 days.
Good God
which
almighty.
was so hard on my body. And that just and then again and again, like losing these challenges, how does that take a psychological toll on you when just day in and day out you're losing and losing and you're losing weight and you're just feeling like shit all of the time, and the only thing you have are these other people who are also trying to vote you out of this game. Like it's so intense in so many ways, but it also, I made the closest friends of my life. Like Joe is someone who is a family member to me. Like that is a connection that I never would have expected. And Kyle is legitimately my brother. Like we call almost every day. Like I talked to him this morning. Like I went to his wedding and I like bawled because I was just like and his wedding was like 2 weeks after we got back from the islands. Like it's such an amazing experience. And when you say like, oh, it's unscripted, no, it truly is like all just, you are doing whatever you want to do. Like nothing is written out for you. You have the ability to make your own choices, do the game how you want to do it. And I think I did it in a very unique way for the game of Survivor, where I played by having this team that I worked with to the end. And that team are people that I've carried through into my real life that I'm very, very close with and love.
It's the best.
That's so cool.
It's the best. Do you think that you're in it now? Like you're in the Survivor world? You want to go back when they do some of like the, like the group challenges where what is it? Like with heroes and villains was a thing once. Like, or is this something you want to do forever?
I mean, I definitely want to go back because I didn't win. Like I'm so competitive. I got so close. Like second place is not good enough. I want to win, and I love Kyle. I'm so proud of him for winning. Like, but I'm just like, part of me is like, man, like what? Like there's not anything I would have changed about my gameplay, but there are things I would have changed about that final tribal council and how I spoke about it. And obviously, like it's an edited show, so you guys didn't get to see all the stuff that I was doing and whatever. Like we all get our edits in this way or that. So I do get frustrated with myself that I'm like, oh, I was so close. Like I could have won. And so, I want to go back. I want to do it again. I want to try to win. And so I would love to get any chance to go back out there. And I have heard that they are going to be doing some returning seasons coming up. I know 50 is obviously a returning season, but beyond that, there are talks of some ones coming up here in the mid 50s, which is, I'm really hoping that they invite me.
Okay. I like it.
I love that too. That's fantastic. Well, I can't begin to describe how fun this has been. Like truly, like I said, I knew it was going to be amazing, but I could have never guessed this much. Before we let you go, I want to give you the platform. If there's anything that you've got going on, anything you're working on that you need people to know about, want people to know about, tell the people what you've got going on in your life.
Yeah, I actually do have a really exciting thing coming up with the NHL. I am going to be an ambassador for Culture City, which is the sensory partner of the NHL. And they provide sensory support at games in bags where you can get headphones, you can get fidget toys, sunglasses to help people who might get overstimulated from the environment that a game presents. And they also, at many different arenas, wow, I can't even talk, at many different arenas have different sensory rooms where you can go to kind of calm down from an event. And so if you're someone like me who gets overstimulated and you might have an episode of some sort, kind of like me, if you want to take a step away, you can go into those kind of rooms. And so I'm going to be working as an ambassador for them coming up here starting in January. And so I'm super excited for that, to kind of just spread the word that there are these assists out there so that people who of any background can enjoy hockey. Like hockey is for everyone, and you should be able to attend games, whether you have a sensory issue, you have an invisible disability, you have autism like me, anything like that, you're still welcome at an event and there's support for you. So that's something I'm really pumped about going forward here. So that's with Culture City.
That is so cool. I'm so glad that you got hooked up with them to do that. And another reason the NHL is the best, because I can't think of anyone better to help spread the word about that. And that is such a cool thing. And speaking of January, we were saying,
yes,
the Wild are here playing the Kings January 3rd and 5th. So we're gonna get you out here to come to a game with us and come see Crypto.com, because that has to happen.
Oh, hell yeah! I would love that. Let's do it.
We need a split though. Like, let's get the Kings a win and the Wild a win, and then everyone will be happy. That'd be great.
I don't know about that. I think I'd be happy with the Wild.
I think we gotta give her both. So yeah, if you're off, if you've got that time off from break or whatever, that's a no.
Yeah,
we gotta do it.
Agreed.
No, let's do it. I am going to be attending the Winter Classic, but that's on the 2nd.
Yeah, same.
Hey, we're there as well.
Culture City is sending. Oh, awesome! We'll have to link up there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
We'll just bring you back from
I think
from
that's actually what
Florida.
we should
It'll be
do.
perfect.
Yeah, we'll just fly right
It'll
out.
be great.
Yeah. Perfect. Yeah. Okay. We'll set this up.
Come on.
Well, Eva, thank you so much for coming on. Seriously, this has been a blast. Can't wait to see everything that you got going on. We'll have to have you back on soon when the Wild make it to round 2.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes. Please don't jinx it.
I won't. Huge thank you to Eva for coming on the show. Our first Survivor legend.
Yeah, that's actually sick.
On the program, so sick.
As I told her, I'm becoming a new Survivor person. And even though I know how hers ends now, and even though I've seen already the epic episode, I kind of want to go back and watch that whole season now.
Dude, same. Also, just what a badass. I love badasses.
Me too. And rarely am I emotional. Actually, no, I get emotional online, but put it this way.
You could have stopped there.
Someone
Rarely am I emotional.
posted that, and I was like, I'm not going to cry during this. I'll watch this and feel something, but I'm not going to cry. And then as watching all of her cast members, I guess you call them cast members, or her people playing the game too, started as they were starting to cry, I was like, oh fuck.
Yeah, I'm in trouble.
I'm gonna have to pause this video.
I'm in trouble.
But dude, that's what that show's about. That's why she went on that show, to get that message across and dominate like she did. Extremely sick. Honor to have her on the Empty Netters podcast.
Oh my God, complete legend. All right, let's kick it to a quick ad break, and then we'll get into a game to close out the app.
All right, I got to talk to you guys about one of our sponsors, BetterHelp. BetterHelp has therapists that have helped over 5 million people worldwide on their mental health journey, okay? This is something that's so important to us and so important in the world today. If you need someone to show up, to listen to you, to just take a step forward in your life, BetterHelp is the place for you. All the therapists there work to a strict code, and you answer a short questionnaire so they can help you find your goals and your needs and cater something to you. They have over 30,000 therapists, and they have a 4.9 rating out of 5, over 1.7 million reviews. It's the world's largest online therapy platform. So if you are ready to find the right therapist for you, we are here to help. So what I want you to do is go to betterhelp.com/netters. That's NETTERS, and you can get 10% off your first month. That's betterhelp.com/netters. All right, we are back, and we're going to finish with a game of What's the Connection? It's your favorite game, Dan.
I know this one. It's my favorite game.
It's your favorite game. You know exactly what it is. In this game, I asked Dan 9 trivia questions, and he will give me answers. And then in the last question, the 10th question, I will ask him what the connection is between the 9 answers of the previous questions. The last one Dan did for me. The connection was the TV show The O.C.
It was so good.
It was really good. There was awesome questions in there. Things from the Lighthouse to the Pacific High School. Very good. Very good, Dan.
Felt great about it.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Question 1. During the Stanley Cup playoffs, players are added to the team roster. Usually minor leaguers within the organization. They practice with the team during the playoffs in case of an injury. They are known as a black blank. And I can't tell Dan if he's right yet because it would give the game away, but he can say what he thinks his answers are.
That's going to be an ace.
Question number 2. After giving up 5 unanswered goals and taking too many stupid penalties in a humiliating 5-1 loss, most players will dread practice the next day. No pucks on the ice means it's a blank skate.
A bag skate.
Red agrees, it looks like. Red thinks that's right. Question number 3. Even though this franchise has 267 playoff wins, 6th all time, but 6th of the original 6 teams, I might add. You'd think they would have more than only 4 Stanley Cups. Their current drought isn't helping much.
Is the team name?
Yep.
Okay. Gonna say that's the Rangers.
Okay, he's going Rangers for number 3. Okay, question number 4. A 1960s Boston Bruins trainer, John Frosty Forstall, painted these on the mask of one of his goalies after a puck had hit him in the face. Eventually, over 150 of these were painted on, making it one of the most famous goalie masks in hockey history.
I'm going to say Stitches.
Question number 5. If you want to win a hockey game, you need to win the fundamentals. And that starts with taking care of the puck at both blue lines and behind the goal lines. Chip the puck out at your blue line, get the puck deep at their blue line, and blank the puck behind their goal line.
That could be so many words.
You can come back to it, too.
Yeah, I'll come back to it.
Come back to that.
Say eat.
Question number 6. This player has won a World Junior gold medal and a World Championships gold medal in his birth country, but he wasn't playing for the home team either time. Which weirdly makes sense for him because he was drafted by a team 5th overall, but has only ever played in their home rink wearing a different jersey. Traded before his first pro game. The only place he has loyalty to is his Hockey East school.
Okay.
What is his first name?
That's going to be Cutter, and I think I just learned that he was born in Sweden.
Yeah,
So,
same. Crazy.
you just admitted it was Cutter. Fuck. Got you, bitch.
No, I admitted I learned Cutter was born in Sweden.
Oh, okay, fair.
That's all I admitted. Question number 7. Only 4 goalies in history, Marty Brodeur, Luongo, Flower, and Patrick Waugh, have more than 25,000 of these in their career.
Saves?
Dan's going saves for number 7. Question number 8. The 2024 Panthers version had a hefty 554, but it was the Colorado Avalanche in 2022 that set the record with 669 of these on their Stanley Cup ring.
I'm going to say goals.
Okay, he's going goals for number 8. Now, question number 9. From 1990 to 1994, the Pittsburgh Penguins affiliate in the East Coast Hockey League was the blank IceHawks, hailing from this, the most populated town in Kentucky.
That is sick. So, I'm guessing like the town name.
Yes. The blank IceHawks, the Coast League Penguins affiliate.
That's got to be Louisville, I think. That's my guess, Louisville.
Do you want to make a guess at the connection on 10, or do you want to go back and try to find some?
I got to go back and try to find some.
Okay.
So I'm currently sitting at
5, 6 you don't know.
Ace, Bag, Rangers, Stitches. Read me 5 again, because I'm either thinking rag or eat.
Chip the puck out at your blue line, get the puck deep at their blue line, and blank the puck behind their goal line
to win a game.
Dump.
But you wouldn't dump it if you're behind their goal line. Like
and I would say you have the puck already.
Possess?
I would say it's more cliche than that. These are things that everybody says. Puck's in deep. Get the puck
cycle
in deep.
The puck, maybe. Cycle?
I can't tell you yet, but I'm just
let's say cycle the puck. That feels cliche. Okay, so CP, I believe I've got Ace, Bag, Rangers, Stitches, Cycle, Cutter, Saves, Goals, and Louisville.
And I can tell you have one wrong answer.
Fuck. Is it Louisville?
Nope.
Okay. Is it Saves?
Nope.
It's goals.
It's goals.
Fuck.
I'll read it again. The 2024 Panthers version had a hefty 554, but it was the Colorado Avalanche in 2022 that set the record with 669 on their Stanley Cup ring.
669. Like what? Oh, the ring. I was thinking the ring around the cup. And I was like, maybe it's a stat on there. Okay. Diamonds. Jackal. So Jackal, I'm going to say diamonds. Okay, so I've got ace, bag, Rangers, stitches, cycle, cutter, saves, diamonds, Louisville. I just got it. The connection is baseball.
Playoff baseball. Did you really just get it?
Literally saying it, reading them.
Wow.
I got it.
Usually you get it so quickly.
It is baseball. I didn't have it until I think I was so focused on the ones I didn't have.
Yeah, right.
That's great.
Those are good.
Those are really good. Louisville's fun.
I put Louisville at the end because I was like, you'll get it that way. The Louisville Slugger.
Cutter's a good one. Stitches is a good one.
Yep.
The connection is baseball.
Ace, pitcher, bag, bases. The Texas Rangers. Stitches in the baseball. Hit for the cycle. Throw a cutter. Saves. Baseball diamond.
That's great. That's great. That's good stuff.
That's good stuff. Well, that's going to do it for us at this episode of the Empty Netters podcast. Huge thank you, love, and shout out to Eva Erickson. What an unbelievable guest.
Dude, she is a legend.
A legend. So pumped to have Chelly on in a recurring fashion. That's beautiful stuff. Crazy shit going on in the NHL. If you haven't checked out Netters College Puck Drop, our college coverage show that dropped on Wednesday, make sure to do that right now. We'll be covering all those games this weekend. Tomorrow we got a huge tilt game of the week. BU, Michigan State.
Let's go.
Phenomenal stuff. Beautiful week from the team. Hockey season is kicking. Make sure to buy some new merch. CP's rocking the Netters Bear. I got the rink rats on. It's all beautiful stuff. Guys, we love you. Have an amazing weekend until we see you next week.
Skate hard.